10 Steps to Wealth seminar. I hope you're all well, hope you're all safe. Today, I reveal my 10 steps that made me into a multimillionaire. More than ever in this world, people need financial help, financial training, financial knowledge. So today, I'm going to reveal 10 steps. If you take these 10 steps, there's no reason why you shouldn't make money. The problem with this world is this. You have inside information, which is not shared, and you have outside information. The outside information is the 9-to-5 job. It's the taxes, which are robbing people most of the time. I want to bring you into the inside. That's my job. So get your pens and papers ready. All of you, take notes. This is free today. What I'm going to give you is free. And if you take action on what I'm going to show you and reveal today, you can make money. If you want help during the 10 steps in the future, then contact me or contact my team, because I'm building a unit called Sunil's 300. Like the 300 Spartans. I have a community of 300 people who I'm going to help through this step by step. Okay? Let's get the party on the road. This is the first live stream event I've ever organized, ever had. And we have 150 people live. 150 people watching this live stream right now. Okay? Share the link to your friends, to your families. I give you the permission to share this link to your family and friends. Bring them in. Let's have an amazing event. But if you're going to start this event, I want to make sure that you finish the event, that you stay. You stay all the way. Okay? We don't work 9 to 5. We work start to finish. I have used that in my life. We don't work 9 to 5. We work start to finish. So if you're on this live stream, make sure you finish the live stream, no matter what time I finish today. Okay? Step number one. Step number one on the 10 steps to wealth is mindset. You need a strong mindset. When I say mindset, when I started to become an entrepreneur in 1997, I had an argument with my teacher in college because he had never ran a business. I had a place in university I never went. All I had was common sense thinking. Common sense thinking is all that I had. It was, if I'm going to make money at the age of 20, it's going to be from self-made millionaires. I'm only going to learn how to make money from self-made millionaires. So the first thing you need, all of you, is the mindset. If you don't have the mindset, forget the steps 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What keeps me going after 23 years? Before I came on this live stream, I was out working. Nilesh is with me. He's in the studio making sure everything's all right with the lights and all that. He's checking it all out. So before I started the live stream, I was working. I wasn't like planning this for weeks and weeks to sell something to you guys. and put you into a funnel. Half an hour before this event started, I was working, all right? We was viewing properties, potential buy-to-lets, starting and stopping the events. So these lights are hot, man. Bro, these lights are hot, man. The next event will have fans. We will have fans in this room, everybody. We'll have fans in here. So go down, innit? Yeah? Jeez, we need a fan in here. We have amazing lights here and there, guys. So anyway, I'm getting a suntan. Let me move this away a bit, actually. I've got to be comfortable. Is that better? You can't see my face now properly, yeah? Anyway, this is the first live stream, so we're going to crack on with this. So, before I came on, I'm a guy, I work first. This is my passion, what I'm doing right now. This is, when I retire, I'm going to carry on education. I want to teach you the information my teachers never taught me in school. All right? So the first thing is mindset. When I say mindset, this was one of the first books I read, Richard Branson's book, The Inside Story. I still kept it. This book made me a millionaire. I was already a millionaire when I bought this book. This book kept me a millionaire and helped me have the mindset I needed to go to the next level, all right? And we have Warren Buffett. I've read maybe 100 books, so these are not the whole array of books that I've read in my life, but step one is mindset. So I bought books on self-made millionaires, not people who inherited money from their families. I researched self-made millionaires like Onassis, thank you, Onassis, the ship magnate, McDonald's, like Henry Ford, Abramovich. I researched them and who made them successful. Right? When you research people, there's a reason why they are who they are. Okay? Richard Branson is Richard Branson's mum. Research Richard Branson's mum, and you will see why Richard Branson is a millionaire. You will see it plain and clear, guys. Richard Branson's a millionaire because of his mum. Warren Buffett is a millionaire because of Benjamin Graham. Abramovich is a millionaire because of the contacts he kept when he had no money and they had to offload the companies to him because they were running away from Putin. So step one is mindset. All right, mindset. Books. You have to read books constantly. 1 hour a day minimum. You have to find the time. You're scrolling on your phone all goddamn day watching chicken leg pieces. You're watching porno. Don't lie, you're watching porno. Pornhub, X-Hamster, right? You're wasting time. You're watching like Netflix. I like Netflix, but watch something that's educational, something you're going to learn something from, all right? So, mindset. Keep your expenses low and build a big asset. Build a high asset. Okay, what does that mean? Expenses must be low. So if you're a chauffeur car driver and you buy an expensive car, you take a loan and you buy an expensive car, the car is an asset if you're using it to expand your business. The problem is we're living in a society where people are buying cars to show everybody I'm a bad man. I'm a bling bling master. They're buying diamonds, fake diamonds, Nike Air. Well, I love Nike Air. They're buying trainers when they can't afford it because they want to show that they have money. Society, the media, the big corporations are putting it into the young people and the older people that you have to have a nice car, you have to have nice clothes, branded clothes, you have to have the diamonds, and then you're successful. Is bullshit. Excuse me, that's not, is it a swear word? Bullshit? It is not required. It is fake, right? You need to build assets. Assets, guys, not liabilities, okay? Assets. Assets. So you keep your expenses low and you're always thinking of assets. What is an asset? You buy a car so you can be an Uber driver better. Equipment, like all of this equipment I have in my room. I have a microphone, lights, speakers. It's an asset. I'm an asset. Okay, anything that makes you money is an asset. Anything that makes you lose money is a liability. When you buy a house to live in, that's a liability. It's not an asset. You think your house is an asset. It's not an asset. But a buy-to-let mortgage where you're using debt to make money is an asset. So all of you always think, what is an asset and what is a liability? People are assets or liabilities. You might have people in your life draining and sucking you all the time like vultures. They are liabilities. Get rid of the liabilities. You want people like my friend in the other room, Nilesh, who's an asset to my life, who cares about you, who worries about you. When you have an operation, they come to the hospital with you. You want people around you who are assets, because lots of people are liabilities as well. Okay? So step one, you work on your mind, mindset, and you work on health. You work on health. If you don't have a strong mindset and you don't have an average amount of physical strength, I'm in my 40s, guys. I'm in my 40s. I can do 40 press-ups right now with 5 or 10 hand claps to start. Proper press-ups, not fake press-ups. Yeah? I can shadow box for 10 rounds. I can shadow box for 10 rounds if I have to. And I'm in my 40s because I know if I'm not strong, if I don't have a bit of a bicep here, if I don't have this will get weaker. If I don't have some strength, this will get weaker. My business will get weaker and my properties can crumble. You see some people who have lots of money and they don't have health. Sooner or later, they might have a heart attack, unfortunately. Then who's going to look after their portfolio? So number one, mindset and health. I don't drink alcohol no more for 20 years. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked for 20 years. And I don't gamble, right? Dangerous things, those three. And look after your health. Health is wealth, okay? When you get up, don't use your hands to get up. If you're sitting in the park on the ground, don't use your hands to get up. Just get up with your feet. Get up with your feet. If you're getting up from watching TV, don't go and use your hands like, oh, you're not like 110 years old. Use your body. If you don't use your body will start depreciating, right? And your body is an asset, and your mind is an asset. Look after this mind and look after this body. Step number one. Right, step number two. Who's ready for step number two? We have 54 people on the, I think a total of 150 people live right now. So, step number two on Sunil's 10 steps to wealth. Where you are living right now, where you are living, Let's get a suntan. Let's get a suntan. Right, where you are living must be 0 to £500 rent. Where everybody watching this video, if you want to be on my 10 steps to wealth, step 2, wherever you're living or your mortgage or whatever, how you're living, it should be 0 to £500 a month. If you're renting a flat, if you've got no assets, right? You've got no assets at all, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, yeah? You're living like you get your wages, furlough or whatever, and you're paying your rent and you're doing your shopping. You got hardly no savings, but your goddamn rent is £1,000 a month, or £2,000 a month, or £1,500 a month. Do not do my 10 steps to wealth, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard for you to ever start a business, to buy a property, to hustle when you're paying £1,000 a month in rent or £2,000 a month. So you have to have 0 rent where you're living, maximum £500 a month. Now, there's people watching this video. What does Sunil mean? How can I have no rent? I got a kid, I got a wife. Like, oh, there's me and my girlfriend. How can we pay £500 a month? Move in with your family. If you have a family that can accommodate you, move in and pay the bills. Pay them £500 a month. Or say to your family, look, I'm trying to buy a property. At the moment, I'm trying to keep my liabilities and expenses low. Can I stay in your house until I can get my feet on the ground? I will be very quiet. I will be very accommodating. I'll pay all the bills. You know your families, guys. You might have to leave London and go to Scotland, right? But I want your rent to be 0 to £500 a month. Now, if you don't have any family or friends, thank you. Family or friends that can accommodate you, and that's fine. Family or friends that can help you, then why don't you rent a 1-bedroom flat for about £800 to £1,000 a month, right? Why don't you live in the living room, go into the living room, and your bedroom, why don't you sublet the bedroom to 2 students, 2 quiet students, and get £500 a month from them? So your rent is 300 plus your bills, council tax, you've hit the 500 target. Stop living a rich lifestyle when you don't have the money or the means. Stay where you are. Pay £1,000 a month, £1,500 a month. Stay. Don't come to me in 20 years and say, Sunil, oh, I never bought a house. I didn't have enough money. Look, work it out. Calculate it now. At the moment, you're paying £1,000 a month in rent. You get it down to £500 a month in rent. Times that by 12. £6,000 a year. Times that by 5 years, 30,000. You got a deposit to buy a property. But a lot of people watching this video will ignore what I'm saying. No, I have to have my house because when my family come around, they're gonna think, if I've got somebody living in the other room, they're gonna think I'm not rich, and like, what's my neighbors gonna say? What are these gonna like? What, it doesn't look good. What are my work colleagues gonna say? All right, keep paying £1,000 a month, £2,000 a month. Impress the world, but you'll let down your soul. You will let down your soul, your heart and your soul. All right. So if you're doing my 10 steps tomorrow, you start looking for properties, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom flat. 2 bedroom flats are the best. You go and live in the living room, big living room with a balcony maybe. I done it. I lived in 43 Batman Close in the living room, and I rented out 2 rooms. All of my mortgage was paid. All of my bills were paid, and I was hustling. I was buying 1 house a year. All right, it's not easy. You got to cook with 3, 4 people. 1 person's making noise, but nothing. We're not born in a royal family. You're gonna have to swallow your ego, swallow your pride, and live hard, struggle to make your goddamn money, struggle and hustle. So 0 to 5. Now, some of you are going to say, how am I going to rent? Why is my landlord going to allow me to sublet? And what am I going to do? I have people viewing my properties in White City. I have 2 empty flats in White City. They're asking me today. Me and Nilesh, we had a viewing with a couple from Italy. They were honest. They said, look, this is a 4 bedroom flat. Can I rent out the other 2 rooms? I said, yes, rent out the other 2 rooms, but get good people to live in there. Most people living in big flats are subletting 1 room. The landlords know it. Landlords just want the rent paid and people not to smash up their flats, okay? So you can even ask, you can do a viewing and say to the landlord, excuse me, like, you know, you have a 2 bedroom flat. Is it okay if I sublet the room to my family? Or if I find someone really nice, can I, you know, somebody from my friend, can I sublet the room? Most landlords will most probably say yes, because you're being honest, because it goes on all the time. I've got a flat in Shepherd's Bush. I rented it to Maria, a Spanish lady. I'm not racist, so don't say, why is he saying Spanish? She rented my place. She was from Barcelona. She was advertising the room in Open Rent, Facebook, and what's the other one? Come on, guys, bloody hell. Well, how can, no, you need memory as an entrepreneur. Airbnb. I saw my property in Airbnb, and you know something? Rather than fight with her, I thought I need my rent, but I told her, I said, listen, you're not allowed to sublet. But I didn't tell her I knew all the adverts were out. I was like, she's trying to pay her rent, yeah? And no one's got rights. If you're renting a bedsit, you don't have much rights, guys. If you're sharing a hallway, you can ring the police and say, look, I want this person out. The police will get them out, right? Most of the time. So your rent should be 0 to 500. If you're still complaining, oh my God, but I can't find a landlord. I can't find a landlord to give me rent to allow me to sublet a room. And move out of London. Why are you staying in London if you can't afford to stay in London? Move to Birmingham. Move, like, it's about an hour and a half on the train. You might have to wake up earlier and to get to work and whatever. Still, you can work in London. You can go to areas like Greenford, out a bit where the rent's low. Look, an entrepreneur finds a way. Step 2, your rent must be under £500 a month. If you don't own a second house, if you don't have £50,000 of savings, and you're not doing well, even if you got kids, I'm telling you now, my system is 0 to £500 a month. Why I'm saying this, I know people doing this. Lots of people doing this right now, subletting the rooms. The landlords are getting paid. They're happy. They're mini landlords. Okay? That is step number 2. Step number 3. Are you enjoying this? Leave some comments, leave some messages if you're enjoying it so far. You was expecting something like university, innit? Something like this. Woo! Some big algorithm, some complicated funnel, some trading software like I am trading, or Suno's going to do this. No, man. You're making money my way. If it doesn't make sense, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. I'm telling you to reduce your rent to £500 a month. Doesn't it make sense if you can save £30,000 in 5 years, maybe more? Maybe the landlord will like you and he might offer you a second property and you can let that out as bedsit. You can become a mini rent-to-rent person. All right? This is how money is made. You make money by saving money. Save money, it increases your net profit at the end of the year. Oh, Yorkshire tea bags, man. Yorkshire tea bags, the best tea bags in the world. So, step number 3, boring, stressful, confusing, but you must do it. You must do it. You must walk through hell to kiss heaven. Step 3, your credit score. Credit score must be 600 to 999 on Credit Expert, whatever, Experian, yeah? There's Equifax, it's different on Equifax, but I'm just saying you must have, let's say, a 60% good credit score. You must have it. It's essential. Or don't try and buy properties. If you have a bad credit score, the banks will charge you more interest. The banks will charge you much more interest, yeah? So, 600 to 999. If you have credit problems, like if you have a CCJ, there's not much I can do for you. You're going to have to wait until the CCJ is over. Stop burying your head in the sand, because your subconscious and your soul is angry at you because you know you are worried about what's on your credit score. You know you never paid back the credit card. You know you was late on your phone bill. You know it. But burying your head in the sand will make you broke. And if you're broke, your kids are broke. If your kids are broke, your family is broke. So how dare you mess up your credit score for £2,000-3,000 of a credit card, and your kids are going to suffer, and your family bloodline for the future is going to suffer. How dare you do that? Stop it. Stop burying your head. So many people do this. I meet so many people that they've messed up their credit for £500, £2,000, blah, 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 blah. Mess up your credit for £500,000. Write it down. I will mess up my credit for £500,000, not for £2,000. All right? How? How do we get a good credit? If you're young, a lot of young people follow me. You guys are awesome, yeah? And you guys have to come to the Gary V event. Watch this. Watch what I'm going to do now. See that? Gary Vaynerchuk, #1 event in the world. This is for the young, anybody, Gary V in London. The biggest event in the UK is 9th of January, guys. We've organized the integrity events, cost £500,000, right? So grab your tickets. Young people who don't have a mortgage, they don't have a loan. Now, you have to use the credit, you have to pay it back, right? That's how the credit files work, Experian, Equifax. They want to see you've taken credit and you've paid back the credit, all right? I'm fine, thanks. And so you have to show on the credit file, you've taken credit and paid it back. Now, if you're young, how are you gonna have a mortgage? How are you guys gonna have like a car loan? How are you gonna show the credit agencies that you're using credit, yeah? So I have some great 2 tips for young people or people that don't have any credit, yeah? #1, you go to your mum or your dad or an uncle and you become an authorized user of their credit card, right? So let's say I have a credit card now. Well, I got loads. I got enough credit cards, I can play cards with them. Say my daughter is 16 years old or 18 years, let's say she's 18 years old, right? And I want to build up her credit. She wants to build up her credit. I make my 18-year-old daughter, it might be 18 or 20 in the UK, you have to check it out. I make my daughter an authorized user of my credit card, yeah? Of my American Express, let's say. Now, I have to make sure I pay for my shopping, I pay my American Express on time. Every single good thing I do with my credit card shows for my daughter. She's building credit now. Okay? So if you're a young person and you want to hustle, you really want to hustle, go to your mom and dad, say, Sunil, student loan millionaire, see it there? Show them this video. Sir, madam, your daughter or son wants to get their credit good at a young age. The best way to do it is they become an authorized user on your credit card. They don't have to hold the credit card, but it has to be run in a good way. Then your daughter or son will benefit from your credit card. The balance is being paid on time. That's one way, okay? And then the second way for anybody, like you can be an authorized user even if you're 40 years old. But I'm saying it's very good for young people to get on to start increasing their credit score. The second way is to have these credit cards. They're like credit builder type of credit cards, right? They have crazy interest rates, right? So, but you can take these credit cards very easily. I think it's Ocean. They've got 3 or 4. If you go to moneyexpert.co.uk, they're called credit builder cards or some terminology like that, credit builder cards. Take that card, do shopping. You might only have a £500 limit. Do your grocery shopping with that card, yeah? Do the grocery shopping, do some subscriptions, but before the end of the month, pay it back, but use it. This will increase your score. Remember, the credit reference agencies are looking for you to show that you can use credit and you can pay it back. You can use credit and you can pay it back. Now, when I sell a house, like when I sell a property, right, and I redeem a mortgage, what happens? My credit rating goes down a little bit, but then it shoots back up. When you're going for a mortgage, they got 2 types of credit searches. One is on like Experian, Equifax. There's another search the banks do on how you are paying back credit. Yeah, I have loaned millions of pounds from the mortgage companies. Right, my credit file says millions of pounds of debt. Yeah, on mortgages and not a lot on credit cards now. I still have a credit rating of 900, between 8 and 900, because I know what they're looking for. That, you know, even if you have a credit card and you're paying the minimum amount, it's not too bad, but make sure you never miss a minimum payment, even by 1 day. If you miss a credit card payment by 1 day late, it will affect you for 2 years. You will have to pay a more expensive credit interest rate, yeah? You'd have to pay a more expensive interest rate if you miss a credit card payment, right? So make sure you always pay your credit cards on time, your phone bills on time, like any type of credit agreement, pay it on time, and your score will increase. If you have credit cards and you don't use them, you're making a big mistake. What is the harm going to Asda and you're shopping £70 and you use the credit card and you paid it within a month? The credit card company charges you nothing, 0, for using that money, but it helps your credit score get built. All right? So step number 3, build your credit score. And if you want your credit limits to go up, now this is a whole course. I can do a whole bloody, excuse my French, excuse my Indian, whole course on how to get your credit card started. When I started in property, I was broke. Yeah, all I had was a student loan. Credit cards are the ones that helped me. Credit cards. Look, I had this one. This is an old one. I'm hiding everything. It's a Visa card, gold one, right? I'm hiding it. I don't want to get this video blocked, right? £20,000 limit on a nationwide Visa. Forget nationwide. Delete that out. I had £20,000 limit on my credit card at 24 years old. And I was drawing that money down and putting it down as a deposit. Now there's people, so no, oh my God, credit card's so expensive. Oh, you're crazy. Look at this debt. You're using a credit card. How can I get the money and how do I use it? When you use your credit card, it takes 6 weeks to update the credit reference agencies. 6 weeks minimum, month to 6 weeks. So I draw down my credit card, use it as a deposit to buy a property. As soon as I've got the property, the first thing I do is pay off the credit card, right? So, and when I pay off the credit card, I phone the credit card company. Hello, I'm a very good customer. I drew down £20,000. I've paid it all back. My credit rating is good. Can you increase the limit? What limit do you want, Mr. Patel? Can you give me 100,000 limit? They said, you're very cheeky, but let me go and speak to my manager. They'll go away. They'll come back. We can't give you £100,000 limit. We can give you 30,000. Thank you very much. I'll take 30,000. Now I have £30,000 of a credit card limit, and I can draw that down for deposit if I want to. I'm not recommending you do this. I had to do what I had to do, guys. I couldn't access any cash. The credit card companies want you to use your credit cards to buy Armani belts. Look at my Armani belt, yeah? They want you to use your credit card. Can you see it? Now you're saying, look at him. He said, don't buy designer. I can afford it. Well, I used to buy designer when I was young, right? As a treat, nothing wrong in it. The credit card companies will let you buy a belt which loses value. They let you go on holiday with a credit card, right? Because they want you to pay interest for 5 years. A £60 belt, if I keep on paying minimum amount, I'll pay the bank back £100. But if you want to use a credit card for business purposes, they say no. The business purpose might get the money back and you can pay them off. But you go and buy a belt, the money's gone down the toilet. So it's corrupt. The system is corrupt. Right? Get that in your brain. The banking system is corrupt. Very corrupt. Step number 4. Who's ready for step number 4? Who's ready? Write in the comments. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. Are you enjoying this? Shall I play some music? Shall I play some music? I can't function without music. We'll have the party at 9 o'clock. We'll have the party at 9 o'clock, yeah? I'm good, bro. Thank you. No, right. Just hot water. Hot water, yeah? You can put it in this, bro. Thanks, bro. Number 4. Now you are ready to buy a house. You're ready to buy a flat. You're ready to buy a studio. You are ready. You are ready. Let me get this higher. Look, we're experimenting all the time. Doesn't I look better, guys? I look a bit slimmer. We had 2 Subway sandwiches so fast, didn't it, bro? It is higher, it's better. Look, it's much more better like this. Better raise it next time, yeah? Oh, come on, look at this now. Look at this. Studio. Next month, this is going to be 22nd of each month. I'm doing this live stream to update you. I'll make this into a rate. Every 22nd of each month, 6 to 9 p.m. will be my live stream like this, and we're going to have some blue lights up there. I'm going to make it look like Sky News studio, BBC studio is going to be like. You're going to see. Anyway, one second. Try something. So we get this. That better? Or open? Better like this? Sure? Yes, because the light goes to the back. All right, guys, let's focus. Step number 4 is the most exciting step for me, for you, for everyone. You're going to have the keys of your first place. The keys is what it's all about. So once you've done number 1, mindset, health, number 2, credit score, number 3, you know how it goes anyway. Number 4, you buy 1 property. All right? No matter what it takes, you get that property. All right? You get your credit card limits higher. You work, man. Work. I had 3 jobs. 3 jobs at one time. I worked in a bank. Let me see. I worked in a bank. I bought my first property and I was in so much debt. Then I had a job in a bank, NatWest, in checks clearing, yeah? Then I was a landlord by that time because I had my first property. So I was a landlord. And I was driving. I was a driver as well. Not minicab. I was delivering wines, but I was driving, right? So I'd work from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock in the city. From Shepherd's Bush, I'd catch a train. Then I'd leave work, I'd get into my minivan, and I'd start delivering the wines to the supermarkets, yeah? So I had money from here, and the driving was about £100 a day I'd make, right? And then I was making about £300 a month profit from my first buy-to-let. I was only 24, 25 years old. So I was working 3 jobs. Sometimes I was so tired, and I know it's dangerous. I was so tired when I was driving that I would put the music on full loud. I'd open all the windows, and I'd close my eyes for 3 seconds and open them. I'd be so tired that I needed loud music. I know it's dangerous, and I'm sorry to say this, yeah? But something kept me going. And then the adrenaline used to kick in. So I paid off all my debts, and then I'd save money. Now, you always need a system and a plan, right? Never have blind faith in business, religion, anything in life. See what's going on. Ask lots of questions all the time. Ask lots of questions. So, my first property went up by £20,000 in the first year in White City. 43 Batman Close, W127NU. The books that I was reading said, the Richard Branson books and Henry Ford, they also have a system and a plan. So I said to myself, if my property's gone up £10,000 in the first year, not 20. If I buy 10 of these properties, that's £100,000, yeah? A year. In 10 years, I'll make £1 million. Yeah? I was like 25 years old, that's thinking. I'm a thinker. I'm in a dream world a lot of the time. I'm in this like thinking. I was thinking, I got a White City flat. All my friends are telling me I'm crazy buying this flat, yeah? The estate agents are arguing with me, why are you buying in that rough area? But when I researched it, I was making £300 a month profit on the rent after all my expenses. And it went up by £10,000 in the first year. I bought it for £60,000. It was worth £70,000 in 1998. Interest rates were 6.8% for the people complaining of interest rates right now are 2% or less. So I said, if I buy 10 of these White City flats, that's £100,000 of equity increase a year. In 10 years, I will be a millionaire. When this light bulb, let me show you how it was, yeah? My life was dark at that time, right? My life was dark. It was like this. My life was like this. One property, I want to make £1 million. How's one property going to make me £1 million? When it was, that's gone up by 10 grand. If I buy 10 of those in 10 years, I'll be a millionaire. The lights just came up. The adrenaline, the passion, oh, nobody could stop me. Nobody could stop me. Because it made sense. It was common sense, not like what the teachers were teaching me. It was, I said, 10 flats, I got one, I can get another. So I paid off all my debts. Common sense, I need £6,000 of a deposit. I gotta work. I gotta work. There's people watching this video right now who would never be an Uber driver, right? They would never be an Uber driver or Uber Eats driver, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to drive. I'm not going to drive. I want to sit at home and I'm going to have my office job and my pension plan and I've got a pep and I've got this and any money I make, I'll buy a bond and I'll buy this and I ain't going to be an Uber driver. I tell you, challenge you, take away all my money today, and put me with the average person conditioned for 9 to 5 and see what we can make in 10 years. Right now, if you don't have £50,000 of cash savings in the bank, in the evening you should be driving Uber. Because you're driving Uber, yeah? But the opportunities of the people, your passengers, you start talking, you're on the streets, you know what's happening. Go and do Uber where the bankers are, and be creative. So be any spare time, just go and make hustle, go and make money, go and try and get a job in Amazon. Anything to do with Amazon right now, get into Amazon. That's the companies that are going up. Amazon, Uber Eats, anything with delivery, anything with IT, web development. Anything like that, like Robert Kiyosaki, right? He's an amazing man. When he was very low in accountancy knowledge, so he got a job in an accountant's firm for 2 years, I think, 1 or 2 years, and then he left. He got all the knowledge of the accountant's firm, and then he ran his business through the knowledge. Yeah. Now there was a time when I was going for a mortgage, right? I think it was property number 4, right? And my broker said to me, you need a job with a lot of overtime to get the mortgage through, the buy-to-let mortgage, or it might have been residential mortgage, I can't remember. But he said, you need a heavy salary. You need a lot of overtime, yeah? So I applied for a job in a car park, right? So imagine me going to the interview in a car park. I've got 4 properties already. The car park owner doesn't know. I say, excuse me, I've seen your job interview for a job in the car park, yeah? He says to me, yes, there's a job here. And I was having an interview with the guy. So I said, I want to do overtime. So the job was already like 10 hours a day, sitting in the car park, people coming in and you just being a warden in the car park, yeah? So he goes, what type of overtime you want to do? He said, we are short of staff, yeah? I said, look, I'll work 12 hours and then give me another 6 hours a day. So I'll work 18 hours a day. He was like, what? 18 hours a day? I said, yeah, I'll do it. Give me 18 hours a day, I'll do it. right? As long as I've got a lot of cup of tea and I can play music in the cabin or whatever, like, you know, but I will do 18 hours a day. So I got the job in the car park, 18 hours a day. I gave this to my mortgage broker. I said, look, permanent job. I'm working in the car park. I've got overtime. I've done the overtime for 2 months, 18 hours a day. Boom, bam. I got the mortgage. I got the mortgage because I'd done heavy overtime, whacked it out. I bought property number 4. Property number 4 must have made me £200,000 profit because I was on a wave at the time. And I left the car park after 3 months. I left the car park job. In business, do not have an ego and pride. A real entrepreneur, if there's no way, they make a way. If there's no way, they make a way. Guys, can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? That's good. That's good. I'm not reading the comments, guys. Like, you know, there's some people, they write negativity. Yeah. It's all right. It's cool. It's cool. Yes, so I got the job. I worked 2 hours a day. 18 hours a day, got the mortgage. If there's no way an entrepreneur will make a way. That's the entrepreneur spirit. That's the warrior in people. Hi, Absnell from Canada. That's a nice message. There's some good messages and there's some flushing bad comments down the toilet. I don't even read them now. I got a team of admin people. If you write negative stuff, they delete it because my mind has to be pure so I can serve you. I'm not going to entertain negativity no more. I went too much battling with stupid people. So, do whatever it takes. Get the knowledge, get the job. Make sure the job works for you, not you working for a job. All right? So, step number 4 is huge. Buy a property. You will need, if you're buying in London, at least £50,000 deposit. If you're buying in London, at least 50k, 20% you need, 20% these days. But it will get better, but it's 20% at this moment, right? So you need a deposit. How do you raise money? How did I raise money back in the day to get deposits to buy a place? I went to my family and friends and I loaned money, right? There's times when I loaned £1,000 from 10 people. So just get a pen and paper, write a list of all your friends and family and just ask them, tell them the truth. Hi, I want to buy a property. I want to know if you can help me. Can you loan me £10,000? If they say no, how much can you lend me? Even if it's £500, guys, take it, yeah? And put it in your deposit, right? So, family and friends. Credit cards. I'm advising you to use your credit cards. Why credit cards? It's because the money is there. You can cash advance it, right? And it's short-term debt, all right? It's no problem with a 30% credit card for 3 or 4 months. The main thing is when you got your property, you pay back the goddamn credit card fast as you can. It's called short-term debt, like bridging finance. Bridging finance is 10, 15, 20%. It's short-term. There's good debt and bad debt in this world, yeah? I'm talking about good debt. Using credit cards to buy property, to hustle in your businesses is good, right? Using like debt to start a business, using debt to buy like equipment and tools for your craft is good. Anything else, you're a loser. If you're using credit cards, I'm sorry, I don't want to upset some of my friends watching this. If you're using credit cards to buy trainers and shoes, and then you're paying interest on interest, then do it. But forget being a businessman. Thank you. Forget being a business person if you're going to waste money. I keep expenses low and I build high. I'm still doing that right now. Yeah. You have to get into the mentality of I will struggle for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years so I can live the life of my dreams in the future. Most people are struggling in a 9-to-5 job for 40 years. Most people work 9 to 5, and when they retire, they don't have more than £10,000 savings. And there's a 40% chance they will live to 80, unfortunately. So a 9-to-5 job isn't a good deal. And we've learned from this virus that most people are living paycheck to paycheck. And if there's no job, if there's no furlough, they're broke. They are broke. During this virus, I got no help from the government. I didn't get no furlough. I survived. I got my bounce back loans. I helped my TikTok and my social media followers get about £20 million of bounce back loans to save their businesses. I made no money out of that. The first week of bounce back loans, I was helping people day and night, giving them the advice. They didn't know. The government said, spread the news on bounce back loans. So I spread it everywhere. And I helped £20 million of bounce back loans go to people so they could save their businesses. And a portion of those people are buying properties with the bounce back loan. They're buying houses. They're going to Luton looking for deals. The property market right now is a little bit strong because people are using bounce back loan money to buy properties. And let's not get it twisted. I'm not here to lie and BS you. Yeah, there's so many people that is, especially in the entrepreneur training industry, full of lies, full of BS, full of I'm amazing, I'm so great. Like if you want to be successful, buy this course, buy that, buy this, buy that. I am telling you how it is. Right now, furlough has kept people surviving. The bounce back loans kept people surviving. And it's because they printed money. Printed money. Let me explain to you how printing money works in my understanding. All right? We're still on step 4, so not going to let you off. You're all going to buy your first house. So the government creates a bond. This word is supposed to confuse all of you. Bond. What does Sunu mean, bond? What is a bond? James Bond. Glue bond. What is this bond? Bond is an I-O-U. I owe you money. It's a bond that I'm going to pay you back. I owe you. They go to the Bank of England or the Federal Reserve in America, or the Bank of England, or the European establishments, and says, awesome. So I've got some questions for later on. Awesome, bro. Thank you. Let me simplify this money printing business. And I'm sure there's 100 people going to find fault in what I'm saying, but let me try to explain it. This is how the money printing scam works. So the government goes to the Bank of England or the Fed in America. This happens all around the world, right? It happened in Zimbabwe, Argentina, right? It's happened before. IOU. And they say, we have a bond that we will pay you back. We want I don't know, £1 trillion. £1 trillion, let's say the government asked for £1 trillion and they're saying, here you go, piece of paper, IOU bond. We owe you the money. This gives the Bank of England and the Fed the permission to print the goddamn money. They print the they just go on the computer and they make the money. If I print the money, I go to prison. The sentencing for printing money is 8 years in jail. You will serve 4 on a license, yeah? But they print the money and they confuse it by saying bond and IOU and quantitative easing and fractional reserve banking. BS. You asked the Bank of England or the Fed for £1 trillion as an IOU. And do you know what the IOU is? Do you know how they said, we're going to pay you, print the money, we're going to pay you. Goddamn taxpayers. You are the sheep. We are the sheep to this madness of printing money, this fakeness of printing money. They say, we will pay you with taxes later on. We will get taxes from these people and we will pay it back. So the Bank of England, the Fed, will start printing the money. Their assets will grow because the bond is supposed to be an asset, right? And then on this side, the goddamn banks get involved. The goddamn banks. The most fraudulent institutions in the world, most of them. The banks. Barclays, Lloyds, you know all the banks. Goldman Sachs, whatever banks they are. All of them. Deutsche Bank. Now, the crazy thing is, the absolute madness of this is, most of this fake money is on this side, right? Government and banks. Most of this fake money is still here. Pounds and dollars. Still here. This is society. This is the government and the banks, and this is society, us. This is us. Now, the governments and the banks, most of this fake money cannot come, they cannot move it here. How they move this fake money here is through loans, mortgages, bounce back loans, amazing handwriting, yeah? So when I go to they need me. They need me to complete this fake money circle. Sunil needs to do a remortgage of £100,000 so we can give him the fake money. The fake money that we told the Bank of England to print and the Federal Reserve, the fake money, they cannot pump it into society. The only way they can bring the fake money into society is in loans, credit cards, bounce back loans. It's fake money since 1971 when gold was taken away, and that's too complicated for this video right now. So I want to buy a house tomorrow. And I want to loan £300,000. The banks don't have the goddamn money. They come here. The government's loaning the money, the 0.2, right? 0.2, the governments get this money at 0.2. It goes into society, goes to the banks, and the banks will charge 1.99. 2.99. Vida charged me 4.74 for £300,000 last year. 4.74. So this fake money is now, it starts making interest. 1.99, 2.9, and 4.79. Why am I telling all of you this information? Because you need to know it. The banks don't tell you. They don't tell you. It's the small print. This is criminal. This is criminal. This is not right. The only deposit is your ability to pay tax. That is what is the security, the deposit on that money. Right. So buy one property. Now, big news. I want to give you some amazing news right now, right? Get ready. Go and get a drink. Go and get a drink. Right, now, everybody watching this video is going to say, why is Sunil asking us to buy a property? Why is he saying buy a property? There's a crash. There's a crash. It's a bad time to buy property. What's Sunil talking about? Buy a property. And, oh, he done it in 1997. It was different then. No. There was a crash. Interest rates were 10%. Margaret Thatcher created interest rates at 10%. There was regulated tenancies. There was a crash of 2008, right? There was a crash of 2008. But house prices, have you noticed, they still go up. Yeah? They still go up. Do you know why? House prices have to go up. If house prices, I need to get this higher. We need to raise this even higher, yeah? Next time, guys, look. Let me sit here for a while. Let's do this. Should change. Right. You see me? Right. House prices. Oh, I'm shiny, man. House prices have to go up. Yeah? They have to go up. The governments and the banks, they have to make sure, bro, can you put some ice in here? This one's gone hot, man. Thanks. Yeah, so house prices have to go up. If house prices go down, the whole economy's finished. Properties keep the economy going, right? So the banks and the governments will have to keep house prices going up. Everybody, when they have children, the children want to buy property, right? Like everybody wants their child to get married and buy a house. It's a normal thing. Education, 9 to 5, buy a house. Everybody in the world works in that type of way, right? So house prices have to go up. Would you buy a house if house prices are going down? Would you buy a property if house prices are going down? The governments own houses. The Bank of England staff, thank you, and the ones that run the banks have houses. Everybody with a bit of money owns property. So they are never going to let house prices go down for longer than 6 months or a year. It is always going to fluctuate up. There'll be ups and downs. They will strategically make the house price go up with one newspaper story, one radio announcement. The surveyors control the property market. Nobody tell me anything different. Everything leans on the surveyors. When the surveyors have been given information and they're confident, house prices will start rising again. And then the corrupt bankers and the governments will start selling their properties and they will time the crash again. But house prices have to keep on going up in our lifetime. In the next 100 years minimum, house prices will go up because there's too many corrupt people involved. The people that set the interest rates up, down, low, left, they own houses, they own property. They're not going to have their inheritance go down. The royal family owns so much properties and assets. They're not going to have house prices going down because stamp duty will go down. Once house prices go down, people will leave their houses. They'll say, listen, we're in negative equity. We'd rather rent a place. Let the government house us. So the system is next, watch me, the next 100 years, I'm going to live another 44 years, maybe 50, 55. Who knows? I want to make it to 100. Let's say I live another 60 years, yeah? I guarantee everybody watching this video, house prices will always drop for about 6 months or a year, but they will always rise back higher. With one newspaper story, the newspaper story will say, house prices are going up, market is strong, there is confidence, UK built 600,000 houses this year, interest rates are at an all-time low, the economy got itself back on its feet. That's the time you remortgage and that's the time you start selling your properties, right? So people that come in to the Sunil's 300, yeah, I have my own Sunil's 300, right? Let me put that up while we're here so people know about it. Right. We're on step 4, right? Now, if you want me to help you through these steps, if you've got any questions to ask me, go to this link and I'm doing a Zoom call from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow, private Zoom call, right? Private. It's not going to go online or nowhere, right? And I don't know, someone's partially blocked, someone's blocked something. I might have to come back in. Facebook's blocked the video, it's odd. Right, anyway, we'll carry on. Any problems, write it in the comments in the chat. Let me know what's happening. Can you hear me clearly? Is everything right? Let me go down all the way here. Let me carry on. I don't know why. I'm not playing no music. I shouldn't be blocked. I'm not saying anything out untoward. Let me carry on before... If we do crash out, I will come back in straight away, or you go to YouTube and carry on, but I'm not going to stop now. So house prices will always go up, but it will look deceivingly like there's a crash, but it will go up. And when it goes up, the people who have these kind of questions come into the Zoom call tomorrow. There's the link there. And if you want me to hold your hand through these 10 steps, then I have Sunil's 300. It's a community of 300 people maximum. There's people already joined this. Bogdan, he's part of this Sunil's 300, and I'm going to serve you with all my passion and my heart. If you want to be part of Sunil's 300, then I will work you through these 10 steps that I'm going to reveal today. And I can really work with you, right? You get 1 hour call every single month. You get all of the events. And I mentor you all the way through. And you have my accountants, you have my brokers, you have my builders, you have my legal documents, and you have my opinion. All right. And the only reason why I charge for this is because look, we have 100 and 200 people on this live right now, right? But I want to help people who are serious. Yeah. If you're serious, you will pay. Right? And £1,000 is not a lot of money for my whole team to work with you, my brokers, my builders, my accountants, my architects, and me giving you the opinion. When you find a house to buy, I will research the property for you. I will tell you, yes, buy that. No, don't buy that. So you're basically paying for my time. Okay? It stops at 300 people. And those 300 people, I can put your businesses into my websites and I will promote your businesses. And you can sell your services in between the 300. And my community of 300 people is from all over the world, primarily in the UK, but Sunil's 300 everywhere. And we take care of each other. And why I called it Sunil's 300 is because of the Spartans in Greece. 300 warriors. They overcame thousands of warriors and they fought till the death, right? And that's what I'm about, guys. If you know me from back in the day, people know me like I live this life. Yeah, I live this life, and I want 300 people that I can motivate and I can mentor and I can help them achieve their dreams. Because there's people who are buying houses right now. Right now, they're buying house off my advice. And the phone calls were only half an hour. I told them what to do because you can learn from my mistakes. All right. So anyway, house prices. So if you're interested, there's a link here, HTTP. Just write that down while it's scrolling. Go to it. Book the Zoom ticket for tomorrow, 6 to 9, and book your Sunos 300. Become a Sunos 300. It's a powerful network that I'm building. And it's not, I haven't created that for money. You're paying for my time. My time is valuable, right? Today, me and Nilesh had no time to eat before we put this event on today. We had a hard time. We had viewings. We were working the whole day. So anyway, house prices will always go up for the next 60 years in my lifetime. That's my guarantee. They will go down for 6 months or a year, but they will zoom up because they have to go up. If house prices don't go up, the economies are crashed and crushed and it falls down like a domino. The whole economy will bust. So don't worry, you can still make money in property next 60 years. You have to buy property at the right price and you got to sell at the right time. I will give you. See, we have haters writing rubbish. Look, just come off the chat. Why would you want to come into my amazing live stream and write rubbish? I don't take my eyes away. I can't get rid of these comments on the side. Let me try something. I got to speak to Yardstream. I don't want to see this rubbish. I'm on a flow. Anyway, let me serve the people who want to be served. I'm not going to look at the comments now. I was looking, checking. So, house price have to rise. You have to raise a deposit. You have to ask all your friends and family. You have to use your credit cards, your overdrafts. Whatever you got to do, raise your money, find a property. Now, where should you be buying property right now? Anywhere in the HS2 train line. Anywhere on that HS2 train line. I'm quite sure it is going to go ahead, the HS2. And even if it doesn't, it's still strategically, these are good places. Where I would tell people to buy in London, Abbey Wood. Abbey Wood. Abbey Wood. I was looking at that area before the virus. Abbey Wood. And now the house price started going up in this area. HS2 train line area, Abbey Wood. Houses, flats. Barking. You should be looking at properties in Barking. Barking, Abbey Wood, Ashford. And council flats anywhere. Anywhere in the whole of UK, you should be looking for council flats, especially London. Half of my property portfolios are council flats. And each one that I own has made me a minimum of £250,000 equity. Right? The flat that I bought in 1997 for £60,000, it is worth £400,000 now. So you look at that, 340,000. But it got valued at 400,000. That was before the virus. So now it'll be worth about 360, about 40,000 down. Still, £300,000 are made on the council flat. So they're great. The service charge is always reasonable. Most service charges are robbing people, so be careful of service charge. Always try and buy a house, a freehold house, or a share of a freehold. So these are just 3 areas that I've been looking at, and I have friends buying there at the moment. Barking, Abbey Wood, Ashford, and Luton. Luton. And Birmingham, if you live in Birmingham, then you know it like the back of your hand, Birmingham. But if you're not from Birmingham, I wouldn't advise you to be buying properties in Birmingham. If you've born and bred and you know Birmingham, you can make a lot of money there. But it is very risky. I've had properties in Birmingham, new builds, and I lost some money. And I know it's good, and I know it's up and down. But Birmingham, if you know the area for at least the last 5 or 10 years, right? I see a message, Hayes is expensive. It's maxed out. Hayes is expensive, right? I want to look at the messages, man. I love you all. I love you all. But come on a Zoom call tomorrow. You can ask me in my face, right? We can whack it out. If I know it, I know it. If I don't know it, I don't know it. The problem with this world, people that don't know are trying to answer stuff. If I can't answer your question, I will get someone, right? If I don't know, I don't know. That's a problem as well. I hate it when people try to give advice on stuff they don't know. If you don't know, there's nothing wrong in not knowing. You get me? That's an ego and pride thing. I'm always right. I'm always right. No, I don't know. I don't know about Birmingham that much because I don't live there. But I know people, it's a very hard market. It could be one road is this and one road is that, yeah? So step 4, you buy a property. You research the property. If you want me to help you, then you join Sunil's 300 and I'll work through that property with you. I'll show you how we research it. Auctions are brilliant, but I wouldn't recommend it for first-time buyers, so leave that out. I've bought in auctions many times. Right, anyway. So step 4. 1, you have to buy one property, all right? At the right price. Even if it's a crash, there's a right price. Even if it's a boom, there's a right price. Yeah? Buy one property, no matter what it takes. I've done it with a student loan. And everybody was putting me down. Why are you buying in that area? It's a rough area. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I had to go. See, when people were insulting me, right? Let me tell you this. When people were abusing me, yeah? When people were abusing me, saying, why are you buying in that rough area, Sunil? You're crazy. What's wrong with you? There's all drugs in that area. Da, 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 da. I had books like this, Richard Branson, that I read. And when people were telling me, oh, what are you doing, Sunil? I was like, you're not Richard Branson. You don't know what you're talking about. You're broke. You smoke weed. Like, I'm not, now I'm going to get all the haters. I used to smoke weed with them. The guys that telling me, Sunil, don't buy a property. Yeah, don't buy a house. Don't buy, why are you buying in White City, Sunil? It's rough here, da, 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 da. I was like, man, we used to smoke weed together. Yeah, I'm trying to do something with my life. Yeah, a lot of our associates are selling drugs and, like, you know, getting on crack. And I want to buy a goddamn flat. Like, you would rather me smoke weed and be a hood rat. Yeah. And I ignored them and I said, no, this is my man. This man, he was dyslexic and he couldn't understand numbers on a board. And he started a student magazine and left school. His dad said, if you can start a successful magazine, you can leave school. He left school at 16. And this book made me open up my brain. Made me open up my heart, my soul, and said, nah, ignore. These guys are not Richard Branson. So when people say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You got to look at them and say, you're not Richard Branson. What have you achieved? What have you done? Look at who's telling you not to do that. Look. You can say, you're not Sunil. You're not the student loan millionaire who made £4 million from a student loan. I made £4 million from a £4,000 student loan. It's no joke. I am 1% of the world. And I say it without ego and pride. I'm telling you because I have a right. I feel like I have a right to be here. And the only reason I am here, the only reason why I'm speaking to you is because this industry is rubbish. The entrepreneur training industry is rubbish. They're teaching you public speaking and putting you for £10,000. They're teaching you business skills for £20,000. They have boot camps and workshops and they hype you up. They make you feel good. They make you feel awesome. And you leave and you think, oh, I made a couple of friends here, but I spent £10,000, but they never taught me how to find a house. They never taught me how the banks print money. They never taught me quantitative easing, fractional reserve banking. They never taught me how to use debt. Like it's going even through this virus all over Facebook, Instagram. These arseholes, all they done was sell rubbish, put amazing funnel, amazing photo. Why? Why did they do it? Because outside of these courses, they don't make no money. The only thing they can do is teach you about how to do public speaking, although they never get invited to public speak anywhere. They will teach you on how to do this and do that and be a businessman, but they haven't got no businesses. Oh, how do you increase your profits? No, the only profits most of those guys make is selling to you guys. And you know what? It makes me angry. How dare you teach these entrepreneurs, these young guys? The virus has crushed the financial world and you're still trying to sell them stuff. You know, like sell people good stuff, good things that they can use and need. Like, you know, feed their brains. They're feeding you so they can take advantage of you later on by feeding you shit later on, making you feel inadequate. I believe in you. I believe in you because I believe in myself. I'm a real hustler. Ask Nilesh. We were doing property work today. Look, I cut my finger. Look. We were just moving stuff around and we had like 4 viewings of properties before I came here, and we were meeting with estate agents and stuff, and we were rushing around and I was like rushing, and then this hustler cut himself. Look. Blood, sweat and tears. But it wasn't like, I don't know, stitches, not a big cut. But I'm saying I was just, when I'm on a mission, it's like, get out of my way. I've got to get this done. And it looks like we let 2 properties today. I've done deals with 2 people. It looks like we've got 2 properties rented. We will see. All right, so make sure you buy a house, okay? I can go into it more, but let's go to step 5. Make sure you buy a house that you can add value to, or a flat that you can add some type of value to that property, all right? So you can put a loft upstairs, an extension, or you can paint it or change a kitchen. Don't buy a perfect flat unless the price is amazing. If the price is not amazing, then make sure you can do some work to this property, right? Now, I will tell you how I made, let me tell you how I made 80 times 5. I made £400,000, right? From my own property portfolio. I made £400,000 and an extra, let's write it down, yeah? And rent-wise, 70 times 5 times 12. An extra £4,200 per year in rent, yeah? How did I do it? I have 5 flats in White City. The living rooms are massive. They're not huge, but they're good size. I moved the kitchen into the living room with a planning permission, which I've done myself. You have to have the scale 50 drawing. Like, the councils do give you permission most of the time, right? So I moved the kitchen into the living room. So every property of mine, if it's 3 bedroom, it got put in the land registry as a 4 bedroom. 2 bedroom flat went as a 3 bedroom. So I've done this. All the properties I have in White City, I've added a bedroom. When I added the bedroom, the rent price went up £70 a week on average of each property, right? Each conversion cost me, let's say, £13,000, yeah? If the rent is going up £70 a week times 52, that's 3,000. So in 4 years, yeah? So £70 a week times 52 times 3 years. Right, in 4 years, the rent increase paid for the conversion. The conversion cost £13,000 only. That's maximum. You can get it done. You can use the same goddamn kitchen, move the same kitchen into the living room, yeah? And the same boiler, and you get a flue kit. You know what I mean. Anyway, each property went up by £80,000 each by just me moving the kitchen to the living room. The rent increase paid for the conversion. So each flat went up 80,000 each, and it has worked because I had the flats valued at £400,000 each just before the virus, and I done a remortgage of £100,000. Yeah, so I made £400,000 without buying the property. All I done was move the kitchen into a living room and officially made them into made an extra bedroom. Because all new builds are open plan with a kitchen and a living room. Yeah. So if you're buying a property, this is a very good tip for you first-time buyers, right? Buy a property with a massive living room and massive kitchen. You move the kitchen into the living room, you've created a massive double bedroom, and the living room is so big it can accommodate the kitchen. It's easy and it's easy money. All right. So do this to yourself. Do this for yourself. And if you buy a house, do an extension, put the kitchen into the extension with a living room, you've created 2 extra bedrooms. This house, when I bought this house, it was 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I've done an extension, now it's 6 bedroom, 3 bathroom. Right? So you got to be thinking like this. Not every single money-making scheme is so complicated, yeah? So make sure you can add value to the property you buy. Step 5. Now, step 6. So many people have been asking me about this. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you what is remortgaging. This is how I had one property and made one property into 16 properties. One property went, thanks bro, went to 16. I got one and I made 16 because somebody told me about remortgaging and about when you remortgage, it's tax-free money. Oh, I saw a question about Manchester. I heard Manchester's doing great things. Again, if you live in Manchester, then you know the roads like the back of your hand, right? So it's every area is risky. You have to know what you're buying. But I heard Manchester's doing really well. Let me get back on track. So remortgaging is what will make you end up from one property to 16. Because I had one property and I made it into 16 properties using the remortgaging formula. When you remortgage a property, it's tax-free. So you're saving this 20% tax because it's a loan. Let me give you a real example of one of my properties that I remortgaged, yeah? Oh. All right, let's do this. Right, the first property I bought, you're gonna laugh, 43 Batman Close. I'll give you the full postcode. Most of these property trainers don't give you postcodes of what they own. Go to land registry if you want to, pay £5, you'll see I own this property, right? W12 7NU. Okay? 43 Batman Close, W127NU. 1997. Ignore what year, because this formula works in any year, all right? It worked. I've done it just before lockdown again, right? So I paid £60,000 for this property, all right? Abbey National was the bank. 60K. 5K deposit, my student loan. 55K mortgage. You're with me, right? Abbey National is the bank. The property, £60,000, £5,000 deposit. Mortgage is 55,000. Interest rate was 6.8. I'm sure you get that, right? See that? Now, that's 99. Now, by the year 2000, 3 years passed. 3 years had passed. This property went up £10,000 a year. And don't be pessimistic. I'm tired of pessimistic people. In the year, let's look at it this way. If you buy a property now, in 2022 to 2030, it's possible properties can go up 10,000 a year again, or more, right? So it went up the price went up to 90. This same property was 60. It was £90,000 now, after 3 years, okay? Now, most people who rush, they sell, take the 30,000 and pay your 20% tax to the government and go party. They go party, they'll show off. There's nothing. 30,000, you cannot build your life with 30,000, right? So what I done and what I was taught to do was re-mortgage it. Property's worth 90,000. And say my mortgage is £500 a month. Okay? £500 a month is the existing mortgage of £55,000. Now, what remortgaging is you take another mortgage on the property at a higher value, right? So let's say you can go to this, I can go to Abbey National, but to explain to you more clearly, we went to Bank of Scotland. Bank of Scotland was an amazing bank back in the day. So we go to Bank of Scotland, right? They offer me 85% of 90,000, yeah? Mortgage. Oh. So it's like 90,000 times 15 divided by 100. So they want 13,500. That's my new deposit. $76,500. 85%, yeah? Now this mortgage is £60,000. So Bank of Scotland said yes, they will send a surveyor around, right? The surveyor agrees. When the surveyor comes around, always show him comparables. Go to Rightmove, print off properties that were selling at 90, 100,000. Be nice to the surveyor, say, look, house prices are rising. I've given you some land registry documents. Go with the evidence, take a file, be smart. Don't suck up to him, but surveyors run the property market. So be really nice, turn up on time. If they're late, be patient. Don't argue with them. Tell them that, look, I really need this remortgage to go through because I want to buy some more properties, or I need to renovate the property. Please help me. Do the best you can, right? You don't bribe the surveyors, but you always say, please do the best you can. I really need the money and the interest rates are low. So if the surveyor went in, this is true story, surveyor went into this property, valued it at £90,000, right? The mortgage was approved. I had the 15% deposit from my credit cards and I loaned money of people when I was working 3 jobs. I raised the £13,500. I raised it, all right? Then the bank released me 76,500. I get 13,500 released. But obviously, if it's a big deposit of 15%, that's going to leave you with nothing. But I'm saying there has to be a minimum of, you're going to have to go for a residential mortgage, right? So how the remortgaging works is you get a new bank to give you the mortgage and you release your equity. Usually it's £30,000 of equity there. The bank will give you 85% of 30,000 on most occasions. So 30,000. 25,500, thank you. In these days, £25,500, right? Then you take away your existing deposit that was in there. So you still own the property, all right? The most important thing is you still own the property, you still own it, and you release money out of it. So now you have £13,500 out, right? You still own property 1. You use this additional money, you released out of that property to buy another property, and you go and purchase property 2. Right? Now, I was working on low numbers, right? I'm going back 1997, yeah? 30,000 and whatever. But these days, like property, I released £100,000 out of my White City flats before the lockdown. So let me give you another example, right? 33 Mackenzie Close. Right, Halifax mortgage is 200,000. I go to Vida. They value the house at 400,000. Let's go back to the capabilities of properties these days. So Vida offer 85% of 400,000. So they offer 340,000. So I can release 140,000 and still own the property and release 140,000. I took out £100,000 from each flat, 3 of my White City flats before lockdown, right? And that money I put into a project in Greenford to make 2 flats. And I still have the cash for the Gary Vaynerchuk event now. So I use that for the Gary V event. And I still have some surplus to maybe buy another property, okay? So soon as the property house price rises, you do a remortgage. Basically, you get another bank to take over, but the house price has to increase by at least 60 to 100,000 pounds, okay? And it's normally 85%, now it's at 80%. So there's a lot of conversions, lots of data you have to look at, all right? But the most important thing you guys have to know, I'm talking about London, but in Birmingham or Manchester, the figures are much lower. So remortgaging, in the easiest explanation, is your house price has gone up. Rather than sell your property, you get another bank to take the mortgage over at a higher price. The surplus is what the bank gives you, and the surplus is tax-free, right? That is the most important thing, is tax-free, okay? And I have a property, the 43 Batman Close, yeah? First was Abbey National. Second was Bank of Scotland. Right? Abbey National was the first one. Then it was Birmingham Midshires. So we're going over 23 years. 23 years, yeah? So this time I released about, it was not a big amount, it was about 10,000. But it was a lot of money those days, yeah? And this time I got out 30,000. This time I got out 40. And then Vida, which I'd done just before lockdown, they gave me £100,000. So it's like you're milking a cow. The house turns into a cow that you're milking. So I remortgaged it 10, 30, 40. Right, the mortgage goes up, but I'm still taking money out. Now, that property started with my student loan. That property could get repossessed tomorrow. I won so many times. People sell their properties too quick. They're too hasty. And what I done is each time I bought one property. So this Batman Close bought me 4 flats. That one property bought me 4 others, and those went up like a domino effect. And I remortgaged those. So it's an unstoppable, but you have to be patient. Like I wait 7 years to do a remortgage sometimes. I wait 4 years. When I know it's the right time, then I will put the surveyor in and I'll take my money out and I'll lock the interest for 5 years. All right? So this one property bought me 4. And this is the master of the infinite return. I put my student loan into Batman Close. I got out my student loan after 3 years. I got no money in Batman Close of my money. I took my money out. Whatever it's done is called an infinite return. And people that make money in this world, they put money into a business and they take out their capital straight away. As quick as they can, they take out their seed money, and it's called an infinite return. And that's all that I done to 16 properties. I kept taking money out and I milked them like a cow. And a lot of people watching videos are going to say, oh, one day when you sell, you got a massive tax liability. So no, I already won, for God's sake. I didn't sell. I remortgaged and I kept on buying properties. Most probably, I won't sell until the day I die. And some of these properties will be left behind for my families, and they can enjoy the rental profit, and they can wait for the prices to rise. And I'll tell them, don't ever sell. Just keep remortgaging, keep milking these properties, right? Keep taking the money out. It's tax-free. We don't have to sell. Yes, when I sell, it's a big tax liability. But if I was going to sell this property, I would put my name on the voters roll, and I would wait 3 or 4 years. And we could say there was a crash in this year, that year, and we could negate some of these profits and losses, and I could still come out roses. So always find a way. But I really want you to know what I hope I'll explain more clearly next month, right? But this is remortgaging. You use a new bank or you can use the same bank. You take out your equity, but you don't sell the house, and you keep buying more properties, or you start a business, and then you can go on holiday. Like I use the remortgage money as my wages. That's when I buy the Bentley. That's when I buy nice clothes. That's when I go on holiday. That's when I buy the bling bling. I'm using the loan money because I know my asset is still making me money there. Don't sell the properties if you can help it, all right? Let's go. Remortgage, take deposit out. influence, financial, right time, media, don't sell. Yeah, I've done it. That's cool. Step 7. Step 7. We're on step 7, guys, and we're in 2 hours. Someone said, Sunil, 3 hours is not. It's too long. It's too long. 2 hours is not enough. 3 hours is not enough, guys. I live this, guys. It's not like this is premeditated. I live this life. I live it. Gary Vaynerchuk in London. Book your tickets. Come on, book your tickets, guys. Step 7, you buy a house every single year. Every 12 months, you buy one more property. Step 7. So you've done your step 6. Step 5, you bought your first property. Within 12 months, you got to buy another one. You must buy yourself. I bought a property from 1997 to 2007. I bought one property every single year. Because what happens is you buy the property, right? Then let me write this down. Buy one property every year. You buy one property every single year, right? Why? You just bought your property, you got the keys. You're in credit card debt, you owe your family some money. So the first thing you do is, like, look, another thing, if you're gonna buy a property and you're gonna rent it, you should be making a minimum of £300 a month up to £1,000 a month profit. I make £800 a month profit on most of my properties, right? Minimum £800 a month. I'm not into this 6% with ROI and all that stuff. No, I want hard cash. My brain likes things simple. I want minimum 400. So whatever buy to let, after all your expenses, service charges, insurance and contract fees, estate agent fees, you need to be making at least 300 plus per month. Or don't touch the flat. What are you going to do with that type of money? You know, unless you know the house price is going to go zoom up. Yeah. So what you do, you got the keys of your first property. You've listened to me. You've done step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You've gone through it. It's not been easy, but you've got your keys of your first house. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You bought your first flat. The first thing you do, you don't go relax, go on holiday. Oh, Mom, I got my flats. I took Sunil's advice. I'm so tired. I'm going on holiday. Oh, man, I got my flat. I can't be bothered. I'm going to let the estate agent. No, you don't do that. The first thing you do is pay off all your debts. So you get driving. You work, even if you're working in an office or a bank, or you're a banker, or a doctor, whatever. In the evenings, you work extra in the evenings. It's proper money. Stop trying to do trading. Like, I'm not saying all trading's bad. Stop trying to, it's risky. Stop trying to make money in risky ways. If you're driving an Uber or Uber Eats, it's guaranteed money. Start paying off the credit cards. This is what I've done. Hard cash. Rent out more rooms in your house. Whatever you got to do. Somehow raise money. As soon as you get the keys of your first property, pay off your credit cards, pay off all your debts, pay off your family, pay off your friends. Clear the debt so that you're not paying a lot of interest. The short-term borrowing on a credit card will kill you. Clear it. You will clear it. I've got confidence. I believe in you. Clear the debt within 5-6 months. Straight away, you start saving for deposit 2 of your second property. You know how you got property 1. So I'm not giving you fish. I'm teaching you how to fish. By Christmas, I want you to be ready in a position to buy your second property. Oh, it's easy for Sunil to say this. I done it. And don't tell me 1997 was easier. The interest rate was 6.8%. And it was harder because there was no internet, no Google, no YouTube, nobody helping. Solicitors were cheating me. Estate agents were cheating me, trying to like get extra commission. I had to take it to the streets a few times. There was people in business when I was stepping up as the student loan millionaire. There was people in business who thought, this is a young guy, this is an inexperienced buy-to-let landlord, entrepreneur. We're going to send this contract. Like, well, I'll give you a true story. I was selling one of my flats. I bought it for 60,000. Within a year, I put it on the market for 90,000 because the property prices were zooming that time. It was an amazing time. It was the first time I'd done this. I put it with an estate agent, and this guy tried to sell it. He couldn't sell it, yeah? So I put it with another estate agent in East Acton. They got me the offer, and they got me a buyer, an overseas buyer, and he bought my flat for 90,000, and I made 30,000 profit on it, yeah? The other estate agent sent me a letter that, oh, we were trying to sell this property for you, and you sold it through them. You owe us commission. Now, £1,000 or two, they were claiming about 3 grand, yeah, maybe 1% of 90,000, maybe £1,500 or whatever, 2%. They were claiming about £1 grand or 2 grand, saying, you got to pay us £2,000. You sold it with them. So I'm already paying commission to one estate agent. This guy is telling me, sent me a letter, we're going to sue you. He sent me a bloody invoice. You're not multiple. You got to give us another £2,000. But I was out of the 6-week period, yeah? An estate agent's got 6 weeks. I moved to the second estate agent in week 7 or 8. But this guy was trying to be nasty. Right, saying, and it hurt my feelings, right? It was like, what do I do? I've sold the flat here, and this estate agent guy is trying to sue me and threaten me and trying to get double commission off me. He didn't even sell the house. So I took it to the street. So I walked in there, I was angry. I said, what's this? What's this? He goes, but you know, you sold the property there, and you know, like we signed this paperwork. And I said, listen, you're not getting no money off me. You ain't getting no money off me. What are you trying to cheat me for, man? What are you trying to cheat me for? I paid that man commission. I ain't paying you no commission. So what I done, I took it to the street. I was ready to fight. I was like, I'm a young guy. Most of my surroundings are drug dealing, getting into trouble, gangs and whatever. And I used to be associated with those type of people. Now I'm buying properties, and you're trying to use contracts and small print and no. So he came with the legal, I came with the street. I was like, it's gonna kick off in here. You're trying to rob me. And when he saw that I was serious and I wasn't joking around, he goes, you know, Sunil, no, it's okay. I think we made a mistake. I think it's a mistake. Yeah, that's all right. I said, I ain't paying nothing, you know. And I walked out. And the second time this happened was in Chelsea. Have I got time? We've got to go through 10 steps. Let me tell you quickly. Can I tell you quickly? Because these true stories help you to know what type of world we live in, yeah? Let me tell you quickly. So I was selling a property. I was renting. Yeah, I was buying a flat, and people were getting gazumped in Chelsea. So I used an estate agent in Chelsea, and they had a flat in White City for sale. This one was about £60,000 as well back in the day. And it was Blacksland House. I went in, I liked it, put the offer in, was going for the mortgage. Carl was a posh man, like a Chelsea, proper posh. I mean, he used to go to work with a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, blue suit, clean shaven, posh, like maybe some royal family links, yeah? So he comes and he goes, Sunil, yeah, deal's done, but you got to exchange fast. You better exchange fast. I said, yeah, I'm going to exchange. We had to go Bexley Heath. He rings me up. And he says, Sunil, what would happen if at this stage the deal fell through? I said, listen, I got the mortgage offer. We're supposed to exchange this Friday. I put so much work into this, Carl. We can't go through. He goes, look, somebody else is interested in the flat. I said, if I put the offer in, why are you still showing it to people? He goes to me, Sunil, you know what, like, but it's just happened that way. He was like this, he goes, you know, if you buy me a drink, if you get me a drink, then you can have the flat. I said, what do you mean drink? He said, if you get me a drink, then you can have the flat, you know, you can exchange. I said, all right, I'll get you a drink. Let's go and exchange. I think it was a Thursday, so Friday, those days you can take cash. So I drew down my credit card, £6,000, lent money off my friends. I hustled, I got the cash. We drove together in one car. We drove to Bexley Heath. It was 4:45. We exchanged at 5 o'clock. We exchanged on that flat, Blacksland House. That's the one I sold after 1 year for £90,000, and I bought the house in Greenford, yeah? So I remember that, beautiful flat. I exchanged, and then we done the deal, cash, the solicitors exchanged. When you exchange, the flat's yours, nobody can take it down. So then Carl comes out with me from the solicitors, and there was a pub around the corner, yeah? And we went in there, and then he goes, yeah, let's sort out. Like, I go, what do you want to drink? He said, I'll have half a pint of lager, yeah? I don't drink, so I had orange juice. He had the lager. So we sat on this table, right? And I was sitting there. Then he goes, oh, so Sunil, you got your flat, yeah? So can I have my drink? Can I have my drink now? Can I have my drink, Sunil? Like this. And he kept rubbing his hands. He had a habit of rubbing his hands. Can I have my drink, Sunil? So I went, Carl, that's your drink. He goes, Sunil, but the drink, the money, you know, like I got you the deal. I said, Carl, that's your drink. That's your drink. He walked away. That's the world we live in, guys. Snakes. He tried to mess up my deal. He tried to bribe me. Blackmail me, whatever. What do you mean drink? I still do it to today. If you try to penetrate in my properties and you try to be nasty and deceitful, it doesn't always have to be like in a business way. I'm not saying to you to be violent and whatever, but don't be bullied. I was willing to die. I was willing for Carl to say, no, man, you tried to cheat me and you're supposed to give me a backhander. And I was ready to fight Carl. I was ready to fight Andrew. I was ready for him to come out of the estate agent and say, Sunil, man, you got to pay me. I don't care. I'm taking you to court. I was ready to fight. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to buy houses, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to go into business, I'm not saying physically fight people, but show people you will not be pushed around by these snakes in the grass. Because I bought Blacksland House for £60,000. I sold it for £90,000. I bought a house for £140,000 in Greenford. It's worth £500,000 now. I'm making 2 flats out of it. Each flat's working. So if I gave up with this damn snake Carl, I wouldn't have got Blacksland, and I would have lost £800,000 because of these snakes. So there's times you got to use the dirt, the background. It's not dirt. If you're from a rough background and like, you know, like you've seen violence or you've been not in a perfect childhood or whatever, you can use this in certain times. You can use it like you can bring the street into your business sometimes. You're going to have to, guys, because this world is such a deceitful. Look at the money printing the banks and the governments are doing. Like, and the IOU is you. You're the taxpayer. You're just a pin. You're just a taxpayer to these guys. I'm not condoning violence, but I'm condoning you sometimes to stand and look at someone and say, no, you're going to have to kill me. No, I'm not accepting that. That's what I want from you guys. All right, let's go. Step 7, you're going to buy a house. Increase your limits. Right. Right, so you're going to buy one property every single year. Every 12 months, increase credit limits. So make sure you pay off all your debts to buy your property number 2. Clear your debts, clear your credit cards, pay off everyone you loaned money for. If it's friends and family, give them some extra back. They're going to refuse it, but give them something extra or a gift for helping you, because you could ask 10 people, 8 will say no, even though they got the money. That's the world we live in. And the people who don't have the money, they will give you £200 of their last bit of money. When it comes to money, your best friend can become your enemy, and your enemy your best friend. So look after the people who helped you in the lowest times. Now, pay off your credit cards, get the credit card increased, get your overdrafts increased. You will need them. More than people, your credit cards won't let you down. Short-term debt for long-term assets. Short-term high-interest debt for long-term assets. Step number 8. Step number 8. You don't stop until you have £1 million of equity in your mini portfolio, like what I built up in my life. It took me 12 years. On paper, I hit my £1 million on paper. I had 12 properties, not 10. It took me 12 properties, but I've done it. Through all the snakes, all the lies, all the cheaters, I've done it. Half of the portfolio was council flats. And then there was houses, there was something, I lost some money in Birmingham, but I got a little bit back. Then I started, the 2008 come in, I couldn't get a mortgage. I sold some properties and I started buying in auction. I lost on my first deal, but I won 3 times in the auction. And I won fast, 80 grand, 100 grand, you want me to say 200 grand, it wasn't 200 grand, it was about 40 grand. But I know how to buy repossessed properties before they go to the auction. That's the ones you want. The sealed bid ones that are on Rightmove. Those are awesome. I made good money out of those during the crash. So step 8, you build up your equity. You build it up and you keep a track on paper. You keep it on, you keep looking, oh, that flat's gone up 30,000. That flat's gone up 40,000. I've got this much. I remortgaged and I bought the car for 10 grand. That's another asset. You keep told you must be analytic and you must know the numbers of your assets and your properties. This one is bringing me this much rent per month, and you total it all up and you work it out. And yes, you can if your property portfolio has gone to 800,000, you can project it if you really want to up to $1 million in the next 5 years. I rang my sister and I said, you didn't know this, but I had a goal to make £1 million, and today I've done it, right? So I had to make money to keep the fridge full. With a lot of family problems, bereavement, we went through hell, went through so much hard times, but I became the hustler to keep the fridge full. I learned how to be a landlord. And I built it up, and in 12 years I made the first £1 million, and then I lost motivation. I didn't know what to do. I always need a goal, I need a target, I need something to go for. But the problem with properties is you can never really rest. It's a ball and chain. So you might rent it for a year, but sooner or later that property might come empty and you're going to have to re-rent it. You might do an eviction. Like, it is not a business that you can just make your money and go. All right. I used to give a lot of my properties to the housing associations for 5 years or 3 years, guaranteed rent. And that's what built me up. I bought back my time by doing that. So from 2010 to 2019, 3/4 of my property portfolio was given to the government, guaranteed rent, and I wouldn't even look after them. And I got the properties back in average condition, but it helped me study and go into other things. You know, it freed up my time. So step number 8, you must get your 1 million in equity. You keep a tab until you do it. You're buying one property a year, guys. 5 years will go like this. You'll have 5. I have a friend, if a video is watching this, I told him this system and how I made my first million. He's on property number 4. And he goes, Sunil, you know what? I didn't tell you this, but I'm going on what you told me. I'm on property number 4 now. I've got 2 in London, in Barking, and I've got 2 in Romania. He said the system works. This is achievable, guys. This ain't no trading, Forex, and look at this graph go up, you make money. They don't tell you any of the bad trades. They always show you good trades. So step 8, £1 million built up. Step 9, woo! Step 9. What do you think step 9 is? Write in the comments, what do you think is step 9? Step 9 is exit. You're going to exit now. Exit. You always have an exit. Mistakes I made in the past. I bought properties, I started a business, I done this, I done that, I done this, but I was a headless chicken, no exit. If you buy a property, I'm gonna remortgage this 3 or 4 times in the future, and I'm gonna use this to buy that, and Have a plan. Don't just do it like day in, day out. Have an exit strategy. Yeah. Should I keep you in suspense, or should I keep you in suspense or not, guys? Let me get my banner back up. Now, if you have any questions to ask me, go to this link, http, book the ticket tonight for the Zoom call. The Zoom call starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. I'll talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want you to tell me, Sunil, what do you think? This property is like this, in this area. This is the problem I have. What do you mean by step 4? What do you mean by this? What do you think I should do? I'm 17. What do you think? I'm 15. Whatever. Just book that ticket. Get on the private Zoom call. Ask me privately. And the people who paid, they're only paying £20 to come on there. Let's get this community going tomorrow. And if you want to be part of Sunil's 300, we have some people in there already. Go to http://eventbrite.co.uk/e/117 and go and book Sunil's 300. You will have 1 hour of mentoring every single month. And we bring you to you can read the comments. We can read the description of what I'm offering to you guys. Worldwide network, and I'll promote your business into my network. And let's get 300 people into this Sunil's 300, yeah? So step 9 is the exit strategy. And I am on step 9 myself now. I'm on an exit strategy. 23 years I've done this. Step 9 is you have $1 million or a few millions in your property portfolio. Step 9 is you take out £1 million. You have access to £1 million of cash in your bank accounts. £1 million. And I am working on that right now. Yeah. I'm working on, there's no point being asset rich and cash poor. I have been asset rich for 23 years and surviving off credit cards and remortgage money. Now it's my time. I'm in my 40s. I want to relax. I want to make videos on the beach. I've got loads of plans. I want to buy land now. I want to build my dream house. I want to breed dogs. Dogs is my passion. German Shepherd dogs. I want to breed dogs as a hobby. So step number 9 will be £1 million of cash in your hands. taken out of your property portfolio, or you sell. Like, I'm talking buy to let. There's some very smart people, they buy a nice property as a residential property, like this house. They do a lot of work to it while they're living there. They do the extension, the loft. The house is big enough. You can put I had a kitchen in this house upstairs and a bathroom upstairs while the downstairs are getting renovated, yeah? So you buy a house, you do a lot of work to it. When the price is right, you sell it and you put the money into another house. There's no tax to pay on a residential property. You can always nominate one residential property, sometimes two, and you keep moving to bigger properties, right? So you start with a small house and you keep moving. That's another. You can do this 10 steps to wealth, but alongside it, you can buy a small house for you and your wife or yourself, renovate it, and keep moving to something bigger. Keep moving to something bigger without putting a penny extra in more. You just keep renovating the houses and you keep waiting for the newspaper story or the corrupt house price going up, yeah? Because when house prices go down, they're not going down, they're going back to normal. You hear me? It's a big one. Right now, when house prices are going to drop in 5 months' time, they're going back to normal. That's what they should be. After the insurance build value, this house insurance build value is £300,000. Market value 1 million. If the house burns down, unfortunately, it costs 300,000 to build it. So the 700,000 is fake. It's fake money. Properties are fake. Yeah, telling you, houses are fake. It's a fake asset. The banks and the governments had to give you a loan for something, so they could make interest of you. So they chose a house. They made you believe you need a house, that you should be just hot water, no sugar. Yeah. In this one, there's hot water on top of that one. Yeah, thanks, bro. So they made you believe you need to buy a house and you need to have a 25-year mortgage. That's the scam. It's a scam. You take a mortgage for 100,000. You pay it for 25 years. You pay back the bank 300,000, let's say. It's a scam. They had to sell you a mortgage to make you think this fake house, and you wasted your whole goddamn life paying a mortgage. Right? You should be doing a 10-year mortgage for your own house and paying it early, compounding the interest less. Yeah? So step 9 is you have £1 million of access, and I'm on step 9 right now. I'm working on extracting as much money out of my portfolio so I have access to £1 million and I can do whatever I like with my £1 million. Yeah, I can do anything I want, my choice, my rules, £1 million. Then I can say I'm truthfully rich financially. I'm not rich while I have £1 million plus in my property portfolio, because one newspaper story and I can lose, if my property portfolio is worth £3 million net, one newspaper story, one virus or whatever, I'm not belittling the virus, my property portfolio goes down by £500,000. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So my step 9 is you have £1 million out of your properties, out of your businesses. You have £1 million scattered all over the place of cash, tax-free money, not fraudulent money. You're not evading tax. If you're remortgaging, it's a loan. You don't get taxed on a loan. That's a deliberate loophole by the governments and the banks, because they do it all the time, right? And they want you to remortgage because they can print more money. Every time you remortgage, they print more fake money and make more interest. They can't put money into society unless we're taking mortgages. Unless we're taking loans, the governments and the banks can't print this fake money to keep the economy going. So they need us more than we need them. We need each other. Let's not get it twisted. I'm using the corrupt banks and the governments for my benefit, and they're using me to give me fake money to make interest. So it's basically like you have an elephant and you have these you have a deer and you have a bird eating off the back of an elephant, or you have a great whale in the sea and you have small sucker fish eating off. They're both helping each other, right? It's that type of thing. The banks and people, it's not the best analogy in the world, but hopefully I've explained it clearly to you. So step 9 is £1 million of cash. And I'm working up the ladder right now. And I'm so happy that I came to the realization, Sunil, stop building equity. Let's get some cash. Let's buy some land. Let's build a dream house. Let's do what you got to do. And step 10, what's the time? 2 minutes 35. Let me play some music for step 10, but Facebook might block me. I'm not going to play music until this 3 hours is over, yeah? Step number 10. Step number 10, live your dreams. Live your dreams on step 10. You have £1 million of cash now. Money makes money, right? But you have £1 million of cash in your hand. It's different to have £1 million of assets, all right? Because there could be a credit crunch and you can't touch your assets. And I know a lot of people watching this video can relate. There's times when I couldn't get a £5,000 loan. I had £2.5 million of equity in 2008. They wouldn't give me a £5,000 loan. So I was living like a broke person again. But I can handle the rough times because I come from the environment where I can live off. I've got as long as my fridge is full and I got my Yorkshire tea and a nice set of friends around me, I'm all right. I'm good. My family's all right every morning. Family's healthy. Like every morning I wake up and I think of 10 things to be grateful for. That my family's healthy, that I'm not drinking alcohol, taking drugs, or gambling. Yesterday I had a good meal with a friend. I think of 10 things every morning that I'm grateful for. And when I go sleep, I think of 10 things that I'm grateful for the day that happened, right? Like today, I'm not saying I do it every single day. I should do it every single day religiously. But today, I could go sleep tonight saying, man, you've done the live stream and you put your heart and soul into that. Like this video will go out for a lifetime. And I served these people during the hardest times when they needed help the most. So gratitude, yeah? For step 10 is live your dreams. Forget money. Get a pen and paper, all of you, pen and paper out right now. What would you do if you made no money out of it? Right? What would you do if there was no money in this world? That fake money, what would you do if there was no money in this world? What would you do with your time? If there was no 9-to-5 job, nothing, what would you do with your time? Big question, right? When you get to the stage of £1 million in your thing, it would be stupid to do things just for money anymore. You've done it. I've hit it. Even me, I have to remind myself, I've done it, Sunil. It's time to chill out now. You've done it. You've hit your targets. Let's live your dreams, right? So live your dreams. Focus on being happy. So for money, there's no point being money focused. So I want to create an education company, entrepreneur education company, right? I would do this for free. I have to charge for the Zoom call for tomorrow and the Sunil's 300 because I want to help people who are serious, right? We have people who are just jumping on this chat just to spoil it and have a laugh. And they've already lost in life, people that got time. If you got time to come into chats and upset people, you lost, man. You lost already. Like you've wasted your life, if I see it, if you come on here to cause trouble or whatever. So I'm charging £20 for the Zoom call tomorrow. So I get serious people, right? When people pay for something, they appreciate it more as well, right? And if you want to come into Sunil's 300, you come in and you buy your ticket tonight for Sunil's 300 and you will get an email within 7 days explaining how to set. The first thing with the Sunil's 300 is I will contact you and we will pencil in a time when I can speak to you on the phone, a Zoom call, or even meet you if you're local for 1 hour to talk. What do you want? What do you want to do? What do you need off the record? There's so much stuff I cannot say online. Like Boris Johnson and the governments and the Bank of England, what do you think they discuss behind closed doors? What do you think goes on behind closed doors? When my doors are closed, it's different things I'm talking about. Yeah, there's things that, anyway, I can't even hint to you the information I have, and the loopholes that's in business, unfortunately, that, you know, but you can't say it online, because we have people watching videos who just want to twist something that I say and move it in a wrong direction. So I'm not here to sell, I'm here to serve. But for me to serve more, I need to differentiate who's serious. If you're serious, you pay £20 and we have a Zoom call. If you're super serious, you want me to go through 10 steps with you all the way, rest of your life, I will go through, because this is my passion. This is, when I get my £1 million, this is what I want to do. My entrepreneur training. I want to teach you guys how to do it. I enjoy it. And I can have a quick phone call and I can make people move in another direction in one phone call with about asking you 5 or 6 questions, right? So go to eventbrite.co.uk/e_117 and book it for tomorrow between 6 and 9 p.m. Yeah? Step 10, we went through the 10 steps of how I became a millionaire, and you can do it yourself. Nothing is unachievable in this world, in this planet. You can achieve your dreams. Let's have some quick questions here, yeah? Because I'm going to start playing music at, when this hits 3 hours. What are 3 hours, man? What are 3 hours? Amazing 3 hours. AK47 says, any comments on purchasing property during COVID-19? In 5 months' time is the biggest crash. The biggest property price crash will be in 4 to 5 months' time, unfortunately, because people are losing their jobs. Marks and Spencer's lost thousands of jobs. So purchase, you can buy properties now, you buy at the right price, you sell at the right time. But the auctions, unfortunately, are going to be the people, let's say Marks and Spencer's, thousands lost their jobs, unfortunately. How are they going to pay their mortgages? There might be a segment of people who just give up their houses and say, we can't afford this property no more. They over leveraged, so they're suffering, yeah? So you can buy, it's a hard 12 months, yeah? And that's why this event will be every 22nd of each month. Every 22nd. Tomorrow, I'm bringing out the link for September the 22nd, yeah? And when you purchase or book your free ticket, you will get the link of where it's going to be. This time, we only released the link yesterday because we were trying to find the best streaming package. But now we've got the streaming package and it's working beautifully so far. Okay, Facebook user, what is the best credit card for youngsters? Wow, how old are you, man? Facebook user 630, right. Like I said, if you're under 18, then go to creditexpert.co.uk. Look for credit builder, credit cards, credit builder, yeah? Anything that builds your credit. But don't go spending and not paying it off within a month. You're going to ruin your life. Those youngster credit card builder credit cards are 70, 80, 100% interest sometimes. Take the cards, do some shopping, pay it within a month. Spend £20, pay it. And then your credit rating, they know this person, they want to see this person takes credit, this person pays it back. All right? Teo Barnett, will this be put into YouTube? Right? Now, not today. Not today. We will put it into YouTube maybe in 2 weeks' time. Yeah? I don't want to put this out. I want to make this an exclusive event on the 22nd. We don't want to release it so quick. Right, but if you buy a VIP ticket, like 8 people bought a VIP ticket for the Zoom call tomorrow so far, those 8 people will get a copy. They'll get a link to this whole video as I promised, yeah? So if you want a copy of the video now, we can send it to you within 24 hours. Book the VIP ticket, http eventbrite / it's there, bro. Just pay your £20 and get your video and come into the Zoom call tomorrow as well. Mr. Zimmer, house prices were cheap 10 years ago. It is more difficult to achieve the same. No. If you look at house prices, man, Mr. Zimmer, like, see, the brain, you have to be optimistic, not pessimistic. Yeah, I've been a property investor 23 years, and this is the line. It's been like this. That's now. This is now. This is now. The worst. It's the worst. But trust me, house prices have to go up, or the whole country goes bust. Because the governments own houses. Boris Johnson owns houses. The Queen owns houses. The Duke owns one whole street in Kensington High Street. They will not allow house prices to go down because the whole ship sinks. Believe me or not believe me, be confident, but you got to buy the prices. You got to buy property at the right prices. You have to buy. You have to go at sold house prices on Rightmove. Sold house prices, and research the whole street for 20 years. Ring 5 estate agents. Like, research, guys. Research what type of house to buy. Freehold house. It's an open-ended question. What type of house to buy? You buy a house that needs a loft conversion, extension, good garden. You can build an annex in the back. A lot of people build annexes in the back now. Go for a big garden. Jump onto the Eventbrite Zoom call tomorrow. I need to know where you live, what area you live in. So we made it nearly there in 3 hours. More questions. What is Richard Branson's book? You have to pay me £500 for the title, man. Send me £500 to my Coops Bank. This is the book. Inside Story. Richard Branson, Inside Story. He hated school and he wanted to drop out, like me. I hated school, right? Teaching me French, teaching me history, the wrong history of the world. He hated school, so he says, Dad, I want to drop out of school. His dad said to him, if you want to drop out of school and you want to make a student magazine, you have to prove to me you can get customers for the student magazine, advertising. So I remember reading this at the age of 1920, and Richard Branson's, what he done, in his school break, he went to the phone box. He went to a phone box in his school break, and he would wait, and he would just keep on phoning all the shops in the area. And they say, no, we don't want any advertising. Then what happened is one famous person in Richard Branson's area took one advert in the newspaper, right? That's in his magazine, student magazine. And then what Richard Branson done, he rang up all the other shops in the area and said, look, this famous man took an advert in the paper. Do you want an advert in the paper? And they all took the adverts in the paper. This is what makes you money. And this will open up my brain. Then Richard Branson went to his dad and said, Dad, I've got all these people buying advertising in the magazine. He was only 15 years old. His dad said, leave school. So he left school at 15. And he had a Christmas tree business. When he was about under 20, he was growing Christmas trees and selling them. Right? I think he was buying them in bulk. This is what makes money, guys. It's never resources, it's resourcefulness. Like this virus epidemic, it's the bounce back loans. Everybody, you've got until November the 4th to get your bounce back loans because you're loaning. I built up a property portfolio from 25% interest credit cards. So expensive, and arrangement fees. There's bounce back loans pumping up the economy. That's why I keep, in November the 4th, forget it. There's no more chance for this bounce back loans and stuff. Get the loans, build your businesses, build your companies. Any more questions? How long we got left? Huh? So make sure, Gary V, 9th of January, 2021. Gary Vaynerchuk is the biggest marketer in the whole goddamn world, the social media master, and he's real. He's not fake. That's why I hired Gary Vaynerchuk, guys. This event is going to be amazing. It's 50% sold out. Even during the virus, only 10 people asked for refunds. Go to Gary Vaynerchuk in London.com and buy your tickets today. Trust me. Go and get your tickets today. And if any of you, the tickets in Gary Vaynerchuk go up to £1,500. If you want to meet Gary Vaynerchuk and have a video with him and speak to him and have a VIP dinner, it's £1,500. Check out the Eventbrite. It's been that way for 1 year. Anybody who takes the Sunos 300 just for the next 24 hours, write this down, please, yeah? It's 8:30 right now, 8:30, 22nd of August. Until 8:30, 23rd of August, next 24 hours, anybody who buys the Sunos 300 membership, where you're going to make your £1,000 back anyway. If you buy that, you get a free £1,500 ticket for the Gary Vaynerchuk event, and you sit right at the front. You get your video with Gary Vaynerchuk, and we're going to film you. You're going to have an amazing 3-course dinner. You're going to meet me. We've got more speakers. We've got Les Brown affiliates. I mean, this is what we really do. We're a multi-million-pound event company. It's not a joke. We had Eric Thomas last year, 1,000 people. You will get a free ticket for Gary Vaynerchuk in London.com. It's called a super ticket. It's more than the diamond. All right? Get that. So go and get your Sunos 300 ticket today. Go to that link. Let me put that link back on. So that's the Gary Vaynerchuk ticket. And this is where you can buy the Sunos 300 membership today. But after this event, guys, I'm going to put this link all over social media, the Eventbrite. We'll get a domain, sunos300.com, and link it in there. Next 24 hours, anybody who buys Sunos 300 ticket, you get a £1,500 ticket for the Gary Vaynerchuk event. Go to Gary V in London, you'll see what ticket it is. The best ticket in the house. What's it called? Super Diamond? Go to GaryVinLondon.com. What's it called? What's it called? It's one above the diamond.
Yeah.
Check it out now, guys. The GaryVinLondon.com. The most expensive ticket in the house. Some of the tickets you can have a stand. You can have your own stand there. Let me set up. What time is it now? We're not hit. As soon as we hit 3 hours, then the party starts. The party's going to start in this room. Someone said, Sunu, 3 hours is too long. It's not enough. 3 hours. Go to tickets and see them. What's the ticket? Where? Go on, just go through. Or text BJ. Or go to Eventbrite. So you will get the super ticket, triple diamond. I just got my assistant finding out the name of it. Royal Diamond, that's the name of the ticket, Royal Diamond. It's Royal Diamond. Yes, Royal. The ticket's called Royal Diamond, guys. If you buy Sunos 300, you will get a Royal Diamond ticket. I'm saying it on camera. £1,500 Gary Vaynerchuk ticket for free. So it's a no-brainer. Good luck to you all. We're going to get some music going here soon. Is it saying no tickets for all of them? No, but what about GaryVinLondon.com? BJ, no tickets available. Any? No, get the website guy to look at it right now. Get the website guy to look at it right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it working now? Gary V in London? That's what I said. We'll go to Gary V in London now, the BJ site.
But this is more than...
No, I told him Royal Diamond. I know Royal Diamond, yeah? Check Gary V in London. How long until 3 hours? Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Student loan millionaire. We don't work 9 to 5. We work start to finish. When we hit 3 hours, the party starts. I just got started. 3 hours not enough. And every single month, is any tickets available? Is it working now? Go to buy tickets. Huh?
Yeah, it's coming out.
It's working? Oh, phew. We're business people, guys. The Gary V in London is working, the portal. Royal Diamond's working?
Yep.
How much Royal Diamond cost?
1497.
£1,500, guys. You get that for free. And it's the event is called Create Your Own Economy. And I'm itching to put the music on. I'm itching, but we'll get the music on soon, yeah? We'll get the music on soon. So I'm going to read the comments later, guys. Listen, this is the 10 steps I've given you all is a gift from me, right? You don't have to do the Zoom call tomorrow. You don't have to join Suno's 300, yeah? I've given you the 10 steps and I've told you what to do as well. Google's there, YouTube's there. Go and do it, man. I done it with no Google, nobody helping me. I went through hell. There's only a few stories I told you. I've done 10 evictions. I've been through nasty situations building these millions. Learn from my mistakes. If you're not going to buy anything from me, do one thing for me. Take action on these 10 steps. And don't go from step 1 to step 5. Step 1, do it. Step 2, do it. Step 3, do it. And every time you pass the test, if you can prove to me that you've gone past the test, let's try and give them some type of badge or a medal or something. And then you take a photo and put it online for us. Every step. And step 1 is like, be as happy as it is step 10, right? That you tried something. Most people don't try, right? Most people are like, oh yeah, they don't even try. As long as you start something, you are always ahead. When you go to level 1, we give you this. Level 2, we'll give you something better, all right? I'll buy it. If you buy a course or not, yeah? I can't promise yet. They're going to all start, man. Because we have to make sure you're not lying or the haters. I don't know haters having these. These are special, man. Special. But look, we got these waiting. And there's nobody in the world who has 10 steps to wealth. Nobody born in this planet who created a course called 10 Steps to Wealth, which starts off so simple, so practical, so achievable that you can get to 10 steps. But you need to be persistent and you need to be a hustler. You need to be proactive. You need a strong mindset. You need the attitude of you're never going to give up. All right? So these medals are waiting for you people. Let's build a massive community. Get working, guys, because everything's a fight for territory. Everything's a fight for territory. Right now, the financial world's been turned upside down. Only the strong will survive. 100 years ago, the farmers who didn't change went bankrupt, and the ones who went into machinery came out on top. At this moment in time, Amazon, eBay, anything online, anything to do with delivery, driving, like anything in that space, IT, that's taken over the world. Artificial intelligence, robots, live streams like this, social media, growing social media, and we're starting our own social media. Should we mention it in this? Should I tell them now? Or next month. Next month, we got an announcement as well. Me and Nilesh and our team. I am setting up my own social media company. It's going to be the first social media company in England that I know of. I've registered the name already. And we are going to, if you're an amazing app builder, if you can make amazing social media app, we can do business with you. And you can have a share of our profits as well. That's the trend, guys. I'm going to be easing up the properties. I'm going to help you make money in properties. I'm going in company. Like I've been thinking, for me to really elevate, I need to go into company ownership like Richard Branson done. That was my properties were my stepping stone. Let me rise up. Let me learn this art of delegation. 30 seconds more than the 3 hours was done, bro. It's an Indian Hindi movie style. I love you all. Never give up on your dreams. We don't work 9 to 5. We work start to finish. The party's going to start. I'm not going to stop the video. If they block me, man. We will just play our music, yeah? We're gonna pump it. Because I'm sure they can't block it. We can download this video. Guys, if it blocks out, if the video goes boom, that means we've put music with a copyright, we're not selling no music, the video's over. We can't be bothered to start all over again. We've got 40 people here. Right, done. Let's get some music on. Let's get this music going. And let's get the party show. Turn that light on, bro. Let's get the party on the road. We're not going to play too many copyrighted songs. Which one? Should I do that first? And then play the pop music and all of it. Then play. Oh, Nilesh had a special request for me to do my Inception. This is my signature song, guys. I used to always use this, yeah? When I was building up. What's happened to the internet? Yeah. When I was building, when I first became motivational speaker, I used to use this song, and they used to say, Sunil, do it, right? So I'll do it again, yeah? This is my Inception remix. It's called this. Let's get it going, man. You remember this? Let's go, man! Let's go. I'm good. You ready? Come on. This is for Nilesh, my bro. I was going to play Chariots of Fire. We'll go for the other ones after. This is for Nilesh. Make sure you get your house, yeah? Don't play around, man. Come on, let's go. You ready, guys? Come on. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Microphone, man. No microphone. You stand. Let me get the mic. Come on. Works. Let's go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you ready, guys? Classic, come on. Corrupt world, corrupt banking system. Never give up on your dreams. Here we go. Rise up. Come on. Let them print the fake money. We will come out on top. They can't stop us. Only death can stop us. Let's go. Talk is cheap. Since we're young, we're conditioned by the education system, the schools, the banks. It's time to rise up. You was born to win. Don't give up. Keep rising up. Your time will come. But you have to see through the lies. They're printing money, but they're asking you to save money. That don't make sense to me. Test it. Let's go. Boom. Never give up on your dreams. 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Rise up. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. I hope I'm here when you need me the most. Ten steps to wealth. I believe in you because I believe in myself. Keep rising up. Be strong through the storms of life. Integrity events. So Nilesh, make sure you achieve all your dreams. Make your family proud. Build your bloodline. Lead the way for the future generations. Because I believe in you. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. Anything worth achieving in this world took sacrifice. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. You see lions, tigers, they have scars all over their bodies. It's those scars that makes them lions. True success is rising up every time you fall. Every single time you fall, true success is rising up every time you fall. And don't get it twisted, life is a struggle. It's not easy. But you have the DNA of a warrior inside. The DNA of a fighter inside. So make it happen. Let's go. Boom. Yes. Hard times make hard people. Tough times make tough people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So thank you everybody for being here with me today. Thank you for being here today. I believe in all of you. You was born to win. We won't stop until Facebook blocks us now. Yes! Let's go. Success is here for all of you. Come on. Boom. Come on. Share it to me now. Share it on my profile. Everywhere now. Which group? 8 people, let's go. So I hope you've been entertained. You've got some information today. Next time we'll have a smoke machine in here. Where is it? Okay. Again. No, let's go hardcore now. Hardcore. Hardcore. Yes, come on, man. Hardcore now. Now we're going another level now. You ready? Oh, come on. We'll start again, yeah? No. Where's it going? Right. Everybody, find the strength to overcome all your challenges, all your battles, all your struggles. Especially at this time. It's the hardest time in the world right now.
I'm the shit you should know, that's my toilet seat. I go man the king's ransom for royalty. I deserve a mansion and royalty. And trust me with majesty. The full money dynasty.
Are you ready? Come on! 10 steps to wealth. We will create millionaires. We will create wealth so people can buy egg, bread, and milk for their families. We will reveal the truth. No fakeness leads you to the greatness. Come on! Ready! Wow! Yeah! Come on! You know how we do it. Yes! Come on! Boom! Boom! Heavy!
We're looking for the souls of the old love. Gather around, we can all watch the total fall. And you king as
Oh my gosh! Come on, Jess, come on, fight! Come on! Yes, you know it. Come on! Boom! My time is here. My time is here. It's nice in here. My time is here. Who's the student loan millionaire? Who's unstoppable? Who's unbreakable? Who's bringing motivation like this in 2020? Who's motivating during the virus and not thinking about money and sales? There's only a handful of people right now. Step up. Never give up. Come on. Boom. Gary V in London, January. Yes. This is how we do it. Yeah. Come on. My time is now. It's the time for the time is now. You can't hear me. My time is now. In the shadow. Boom. Let's go. For all the haters, everyone that didn't let us down, we never give up. Let's go.
death. A boss stands in the gate, and you sip of my breath. Till I see the
Get up! All of you, if you're at home, I told you there'd be a party in your living room. Come on, I just done 3 hours non-stop, non-stop. And look at the passion that still moves me. Beautiful, come on. Raising the vibration when the world needs it. Share this video every 22nd of the month until it's needed. We will keep this going on forever. Yes. Come on, don't give up your dreams. Yeah. Woo! One more life. You want more life. Come on! Wow, look at this. Yeah.
Once upon a young year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade.
Yeah.
Don't let it slip away. That's the way it's all I can say. I can get away a while. He said one day this will be right. So live a life you will remember. These are the nights that we live the time. Father told me.
Yes. Yes. Go. See. Next time, we have a laptop for the music. No phones for the music. It has to be laptop. For all the haters, all the people spreading rumors. Come on. Let's go. This is for all the haters, all the people that doubted us. This is for all the people that doubt integrity events, doubt me, doubt the people I go around. The people who have so many opinions but don't do much with their lives. Okay, this song is dedicated to all the haters in this world. Boom. Yeah. Let's go. See the captain. Rumors and fun. You don't understand. Come on, heavy, hardcore. Come on, come this side now. Come here now. It's dance. Nasma, you're coming here to dance next. People invited to my studio. And every night. Boom! 10 steps to the well. And treat you right. I wanna love you. Wow, legends, right? Nice to see this. Oh yes, out now. Right, let's read some nice comments. What they say? Absnab is saying, God bless to both of you. Thank you so much. Pritesh, true legend, Mokan, bro. So this is dedicated to Pritesh, Absnab, Balitan, and Mokan. Get up and dance, man. Get up and dance. This is for you. We love you. Come on. Celebrate that you're strong. Celebrate you never gave up. Celebrate you're a warrior. Celebrate you're unstoppable. Celebrate you are amazing. Come on. And every night, every boy that believes in us. Woo! Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. You're right. And every night we'll be together. Instagram. No Instagram. Woo! I wanna love you and treat you right. Will you say that? Where's the other phone? Where's the other mobile? The other one. One more mobile. The other one I gave you, isn't it? I gave you my other phone. This one. No, the other phone. I gave you another phone of mine. Another phone. I gave you one for the Instagram. took it. You took it over there. Move. Come on, dance. I gave you one on the phone for the Instagram. It's got simple inside. I wanna love you. Come on, Birmingham crew. Birmingham in the house.
I got pain in my brain and my skull cat. Might turn Vincy and sun time. Take red to the sky with my mum's at. Treat the music like a trap, I get funds up. Labbing all night till the sun's up. I treat it really like an up, it's getting fucked up. Never say never again, cause it's bad.
Yeah.
Never say never again.
Come on, miss.
I'm trying to cure my sister with the water. I stress and me and got me thinking when I thought right. Might be music, could it be the all that happens? My hands still hit raise, keep autographs. Nah, I don't wanna lose it. He's gonna strap before the music. We're running in gaps like a looting. The sun shines through the rain, I'm moving.
I gave you one phone, man. I'm about something.
I'll be waiting such a long time to feed it. Swallowed by the waters around. No, I took so many wrong turns to see it. Whoa, but I got through the blisters at night. Till I cried. I went to my feet.
Get up! If you're at home, get up, dance.
I said to my lungs were burning. I know I'm alive. I sit till I can heal for some more. Suddenly the sun comes up. I feel my love.
100%, I gave you one phone. I gave it to you like that. You just film with that one. That's for Instagram. Only no TikTok on it. There's some one. No. There. Woo!
There was an easy time with these miracles. Had to sleep through such a cold night to see the blue flashes hit me right where I'm standing. Sunlight current to the bone. Tried to heal it. I got through the blisters all night. I watched till I cried. I went to my feet, put on more. And I said to my lungs were burning. So now I'm alive. Sit till I can't hear what's on.
Come on, everybody, get up. Bro.
I feel my love again. Until the sun comes up, I feel my love coming up again. Won't you get ready? Give me the love, man. Won't you get ready? Take me love, baby. Give me the love.
Where you going? We don't stop until Facebook talk us. On that phone, we can use one iPhone 3. And you use my phone. Wow, we still have a little group of people there still. But I need to find that phone. Stay in Wow, we still have people on here. We still have people. We're going to start some different socials. We're going to do a TikTok live now, yeah? We're going to add, let's get this mobile into the Spotify. It works. So who's got 20 people on still? We don't stop. Remember, I want to drink some, have a drink, refreshing drink, get some energy back. Yes. So guys, did you have a good time? Write something positive in the comments. Write one positive word in the comments, guys. Come and write something amazing for me. Cheer me up today. Now we can take the party to another level of music. I was a DJ when I was in college. This is why I love music. Music is my passion. Music is one of my main things that gives me energy. Look, listen to this song, yeah? This is for all the ladies, all the sexy ladies, yeah? All the sexy ladies out there. Come on. Woo! This is the original song. No fake. Right. Let's go TikTok live now. Let's see what's happening here. I don't use TikTok live that much. It's something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together and be more. This is our after party. Next month, a big party. Get a few people in the house to barbecue. HK loves dancing. We get HK here. Ready? How do we go all the way down? Silly, once you start, you can't turn the camera around. Stupid, isn't it? This will get a lot of people watching. everyone, rise up. Be like, what you done to me. Let's see the comments now. I'm gonna read them. Even the haters. Wow, 100 comments, man. YouTube followers. Amazing YouTube followers. Love you all. No fizzy drinks today, okay? Love ketchup. Happy birthday, Ray. Gary who? Gary who? Gary Vaynerchuk. So everybody, 22nd of each month, we're gonna do this. Shout out Ray Noor. Shout out Link Hall, Yazin, Shekani. All right, for the Bollywood crew. Nilesh will dance now. Nilesh will dance. Nilesh will dance. Come on, get up. Dance to the camera. It's gone off, look, it's gone off. Go to the camera. How many people left? It takes time, yeah? Go. Believe that. We got now. Oh, nothing. Yeah. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Don't give up. So professional look. Professionals here, look. Come on. Get up. Let's go. Drop it like it's hot. Yes, ready to. Yeah. Let's go. Big hater. This one, big hater. This guy, complete hater. The best debate is success. Woo! Yasin, Nazma, HK, everybody, everyone that's there. What's next? Go to the Yardi now, Yardi man there. Wow, bad boy tune, you see that? Come on.
I think it's time to shine, man. Everybody.
Come on, it's time to shine.
Hey yo, D-Rap, I want you to kill it whenever the beat drop. D-Rap, keep it building, we gon' fuck shit up. You gotta keep it rolling. Always all day.
27, wicked.
Yeah. Gotta keep it rolling. All eyes on me, cause I'm chosen.
Come on.
Yeah, gotta keep it rolling. Always all day, stay focused. won't need no one's excuses. Gotta keep it rolling all the time, like this wasn't moving. They gon' hear me up there, but see this how I really do it. I'ma push it and say, yeah, blowing out the smoke out the window. I ain't even playing with you anymore.
How we do it? Still a low millionaire time.
So crazy like a mono.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, that shit been night on.
Yeah.
You business in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was on some bullshit. Yeah, I be gone.
Boom.
Putting on the work.
Boom, boom, boom.
Gotta keep it rolling.
Yeah, yeah.
All day, stay focused.
Gotta stop.
Gotta keep it
Rolling.
All eyes on me, cause I'm chosen. Yeah, gotta keep it rolling. Always, all day, stay focused.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta keep it rolling. Like a shot in the brandy, orange. Keep it rolling up, keep it pouring up. I've been focusing so I can come some more. On the globe, been like you before we fly to Mars. When you slowing up, that's why I gotta go.
Yeah. Come on, who's the rude boy? You ready for some sexy Rihanna? Who's the rude boy?
Come here, rude boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, you should big enough. Take it, baby, take it. Come here, rude boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, you should big enough. Take it, baby, take it. Tonight I'ma let you be the captain.
So we need this one to carry on there.
Tonight I'ma let you be a rider. Get it up, babe. Tonight I'ma let it be.
Alright, last song, hold on.
Tonight I'ma let you take me higher. Tonight, baby, we can get it on, yeah. We can get it on, yeah. Do you like it, boy? What you want? Give it to me, baby, like a bone.
Huh?
What you want?
It's not spelled. You want to talk about? They're asking. Alright, Bangla's coming. Okay, Bangla.
Tonight I'ma give it to you hard. Tonight I'ma turn your body out. Relax, I'ma do it how you wanna. If you got it, I need it, and I'ma put it down. Fuck the love, I'ma give it to you stronger. Heads up, we can go a little longer. Tonight I'ma get a little crazy, baby. What you want.
Someone's roots and culture. Get up. You want it Bangla, bring you some Bangla hip hop.
Yeah, I just blew a trace for the morning. Harami Kala with his army. Shooting in glass in my party. Loose wallet in mix for the rotty. Put it out and walk in the target. Still get busy with the streets, yeah, I'm an artist. All the way to the bank, yeah, I'm laughing.
Basic, Come on, let's go.
No rush.
Come on.
Swinging in the top. Yeah. Drinking Guinness in the pub. Lit Jimmy for the crowd. AK-47 on the snub. Me and man was on the rhythm. Yeah, it's done. Skip it with it. Top 10 price up. Gone silly with it. 999. Really jiggy with it. I got my Cali on deck, so I got a billion.
Serious, man. How many people? Go to Instagram live. Check it out. Go Instagram live. Just in case. Go to Instagram live now. Instagram.
Tight, get. Track. Hold on.
Last song, yeah? Two more songs. Come on, get the money. Don't give up. Go on. They so sick and tired of music.
Jack and Gary, I know a lie to the boss of bridge and shine the schools for second. Hold up, watch on the crash is stepping. Black out, who's the enemy? Yes, we got those nerves. So sick and tired of foolishness, like I'm just hoping, yeah. Jack and Gary, I know a lie to the boss of bridge and shine the schools for second. Hold up, watch on the crash is stepping. Black out, who's the enemy? Yes, we got those nerves. On the show like tennis.
Okay, everybody. Last song for everybody. Facebook blocked us. I told you we get blocked, guys. Last song for everybody. I love you all. Last song. Put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Come, bro. Come inside. Leave the video. Last song now. Yeah, leave like that. Last song, guys. Last song.
So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you.
We don't do this and think about profits. We do this for you guys. Because the industry is fake.
And we'll always love you. We'll always love you.
We see you next 22nd of September. Never give up on your dreams.
My darling, you. Bittersweet memories. That is all.
Never give up in your lives. Never give up.
With me.
You got one life. Make the most of it.
So goodbye.
Make your families proud.
Please don't cry.
Turn all your tears
No,
into laughter and joy. Work hard. Work productive. I'll always love you. Take action. Take action. We see you soon. We see you at the top. We see you over the top. Integrity Events Forever. GaryVLondon.com. Sunils 300. Tomorrow's Zoom call. Spread the word.
I hope life treats you kind.
Don't give up on your dreams.
I hope you have all you.
Let me be the strength for all of you. Because I struggle every single day. Let me be an example for you guys. Come bro, to end it properly. Finish it now, man. Listen. Come on everyone, don't give up. We're number one in UK. Number one events company, and it's not a competition. We're in our own lane. We're in our own lane. And Gandhi said, what did Gandhi say? God rest his soul. What did Gandhi say, everybody? To be great, you have to go through great challenges. To be amazing, you have to go through amazing challenges. You must fight like a warrior, like a Spartan. I believe in all of you. Now listen, what did Gandhi say? Gandhi said, remember this, bro. Gandhi said, first they will ignore you. Then they will laugh at you. Come, bro. First they will ignore you. Let's get Gandhi's photo of it. First they will ignore you. Then they will laugh at you. Then they will fight you. Then you win.